Hi, we're here. It's just you. It's just I. Once again. Why would it be any other way on a Friday at 4:30 in the morning? I know you're thinking it's 7:30 in the morning, Rob. Don't you know what time it is? Well, some of us live in a different time zone, a magical time zone, where it's still bedtime, but I'm not apparently asleep. Because I can be here with you and say, you mean something. Gosh darn it. Paul Morales, hello. Thank you for joining us here on the Pop Legions Cultures Catch Up. So named because it's on Legion of Channels, Legion of Comics YouTube channel. You can tell it's his channel because, oh, wait, he's not here. That's okay. You and I, we can talk together. We can be friends. Let's see. Today, the beautiful world Friday, we've got ourselves. Well, we don't want to talk about any of that. Let's talk about pop culture. We had, of course, yes, the launch of the new Star Trek series. I'm sure before you know it, Mark will be along to tell us how he thinks it's utter and complete trash, um, and tell us all the ways it was in his mind. I, I didn't hate it, wasn't blown away by it, but it is just getting started. I'm just starting to get introduced to the characters. Um, I'm not understanding one thing, which I'm sure we'll talk about, which is why they decided to include at Starfleet a character in a wheelchair. It seems that given at this point in the history, because we're 1,000 years even beyond the normal Star Trek timelines that we've been, that they could fix somebody. They can regenerate so many things. They got adaptive this, adaptive that. They got all these cybernetics and stuff. Does somebody need to be in a wheelchair? And at that, it's a very low tech wheelchair. I don't know. They put some black discs on it to make it look sleek, I guess. I don't know. Anyways, comics. There's books that come out. Transformers this week. We had another death. And a little bit of a rebirth, essentially, or in the introduction of RC Magnus. That's right. RC has become a Magnus. Very cool. Doesn't mean that we had anything happen to Ultra Magnus. He's still floating around. He didn't die. I won't spoil who dies, but somebody dies. And I love the way that Transformers has no problem just killing people off in that comic. That comic is great. And and this time when they killed this character, he's done. I mean, they made a point of saying that the spark is gone for a permanent death, not let's your spark is still there so we can rebuild you and bring you back type thing, which is what they've been doing with so many of these Transformers that didn't make it in the first battle initially early on. They eventually brought them back because the spark still was there. But that elusive spark, to quote Rocky Horror Picture Show. Dr. Frankenfurter, to be precise. Anyways. Starfleet, dumpster fire. I'm tired of seeing the fandom represent the show. Loner, awkward. I don't think you're a loner. I think there's definitely going to be people who aren't thrilled with it, don't care for it. I'm willing to say I don't think it's trash thus far. I mean, we're 2 episodes in to a season. We're just getting to know everybody, but there are definitely some items I have with it. There's issues for sure, especially this whole kid, this main character who's being allowed to skirt military or common protocols and everything else and whatnot. But and of course, the number one, that one just got me. She's a Jem'Hadar, part Jem'Hadar, part Klingon. That is just a fascinating combination to me somehow. But we definitely get, it's kind of like a purposeful outreach, try to hit everything else. So, yeah, it's the main character's thing is just kind of bizarre. But I don't know. We'll see where it goes. Although we did get to see at the end of the second episode, it looks like he may be turning away from as much of the ridiculous pouty rebel who does his own thing. He'll still obviously have those traits throughout him, but him sort of embracing where he's at a little bit into his desire now to make his bed. What a symbol that is. He's gonna make his bed. And very bizarrely though, to have the roommate who he's been butting heads with all this time instantly like, oh, here, let me help you and let me teach you. Just instantly want to help him and everything else the second he starts to embrace it. That was a little bit strange, but I don't know. Maybe we'll see more. I'm sure that the rivalry between those two is they'll butt heads as they go on. But I will say that the putting them together, which was obvious, I will say at the same time did not surprise me from the standpoint of when I went to military school. Initially, yeah, they did try to put people in as roommates that maybe wouldn't get along naturally instantly, to try to force you to adapt and try to force you to outside of your comfort zone, put you off. But I don't know. We'll see. It's definitely not going to be a regular show, and it definitely would be a bizarre thing seeing. I'll be interested to see how much they use the ship as a ship, because I mean you can't. I know it becomes a plot device, it's a teaching device, and things will happen, but you got to think to yourself, man, you just got all these you got all these students essentially that you just put in such harm's way. Out there. Of course, there's also that Star Trek thing of, hey, space is this massive body of openness, yet we keep running into each other all the time out there, which is a little bit weird how in a deep space you constantly ships come upon each other all the time, and they happen to be also at the exact same plane orientation. Nobody's ever like rotated, nobody's ever like slightly off or any of these other things. It's always on a parallel plane. I know it's easier for the concept, but man, it's not very realistic. Just saying. But most what am I expecting from a sci-fi show? As far as most of the Star Trek stuff, I'm not. I know some people are going to come on and they're going to say, people love to throw out the W word all the time and say it's woke, but that's Star Trek. Star Trek's been woke since day one. That's the whole point of Star Trek. So that part, aside from the person in the wheelchair, that one just, I don't know why that one's just bugging me for some reason. The rest of it I don't care about. Anyways, what else going on? Landman. I don't know if you guys watch. If you're not watching Landman, Mark loves to talk Landman. I'll see if he's got caught up when he shows up, because that's a pretty interesting show turn that just took place that we're into. And no, there we are. Not sure what else we want to talk about. Not sure how much. Let's find out where Mark is. Let's ping him together, shall we? Let's sit there and go. We had blind bags. How you guys doing on blind bags? The Marvel blind bags were something else, apparently. Well, I say apparently. What am I saying? I opened up a whole crap ton. I had 33 little blind bags I opened the other day. Plus, I had opened up 5 from my LCS. Wow. That was a shite show. Good morning. Sunshine. Period. Wakey. Send. All right, there you go. We've sent that to Mark. Let's see if he shows up. Soggy Sad Adventures. Howdy all, and I can do this. Boom. Your first time finding me. Well, thank you for finding us. I'm sorry that you're finding it in this state. Normally, it's not just me sitting here. It's actually not even my channel. This channel belongs to Mark, Legion of Comics, who hopefully will be along very shortly now that I've sent him a text saying, dude, you're late for your own show. And hopefully he'll be along shortly to join us. And then we usually sit around here together and invite other panel members who choose to join us and have conversations about, well, comics, TV, movies, whatever, video games, wrestling, little column A, little column B, if you will. We talk about whatever you want. Soggy's good. All right. Well, there you are. Let's see. Wrestling. That's been going on. I don't get to watch as much as I almost feel relieved. I've reduced how much wrestling I've consumed. For a while, it was tough. I was trying to watch every AEW show and every WWE show, and it was just, not only is that a lot of content, I mean, I wasn't watching NXT, but 4 to 5 hours of WWE content, another 4 or 5 hours of AEW content. Plus, you're trying to make your own channel content. Plus, you're trying to watch other people's channel content. Plus, you're trying to spend time with your family and everything else in the world and watch other TV shows and stuff. And I work 10 plus hours a day, somewhere in there. My doctor tells me I'm supposed to sleep. It was too much. And, slowly I cut out AEW, mostly because I kept falling asleep during it. Couldn't stay awake. So what was the point? Just catch up every once in a while with some ups and downs. Shout out Simon Miller. And then, WWE, when they changed it and took SmackDown off of or moved, I guess what it was, I stopped subscribing to the Hulu TV channels, and now I don't get the whatever channel it is that SmackDown is on, and so I only watch Raw. My life is much easier. It's much nicer. I have time to watch these other things. Last night, I sat down after dinner and just watched TV. I didn't have a video to edit. Well, I could have. I could have edited next Monday's video or something, but I chose not to. I chose to take the time and just relax. I didn't know what to do with myself. So, no, it was good. was a good thing that there was new Star Trek for me to watch. I think. Maybe, well, there was something for me to watch. Whether it was good or not, that's a different ball of wax. Collector P, good morning. How are you? We are here on a Friday morning. We can talk about whatever it is you guys want to talk about. You're 60 years old and still have all my comic books. Not sure if it's popular or worth it. Well, you know what? I like to look at it as the comic books, although this is an interesting phenomenon. I say all the time that I don't care about my comic book values because I'm not selling them. But at the same time, I do care because I am buying them. So, excuse me. I remember it's still only 4:47 in the morning where I'm at. So I care from that aspect. But I think just by the nature of being a content creator on YouTube within the comic book space, we end up having to equate values and the stock market aspect of everything when it comes to comics, simply because that's part of the collecting conversation. And so sometimes it sounds like we care more about it than we really do. At the end of the day, they're pieces of paper. I tell people all the time whenever I hop on a conference at work and people see my background and they go, "Oh my God, that's really kind of cool." And I was like, "Oh, all the expensive paper," because that's what it is. But that's phenomenal that you've got all your comic books. I don't know how long have you been collecting since uh, Soggy Sad Adventures? Because I mean, it's less impressive if you tell me that you're 60 years old, you've got all your comic books, and you've been collecting only for the past 4 years. But if you've been collecting since you were a kid, that's phenomenal. Because I do know some other folks. Anachronic Comics does that. They taught you to read as a kid. Phenomenal. So you have all your books from a kid. Anachronic Comics is another channel who's like that, who's has books from when he was a kid. Matter of fact, he did a whole series for a while, which was like the books his mom let him keep, where he showcased a bunch of the comic books that his mom did let him hold on to from his youth. And a lot of them, even stuff that were still inside subscription mailers. And he was pulling them out, opening them up, and talk. Just absolutely phenomenal books. It's really kind of cool. I unfortunately didn't have that look. I didn't even start reading, or collecting comics. I mean, I read a comic here and there, but ultimately I didn't start collecting until I was in college. And then I sold off my collection at one point, and it wasn't until my son was starting his adventures in reading that I got back into it. And it was really kind of cool. Was that for me, comic books, it made me aware of the fact that, and my own youngest child's diagnosis of being dyslexic helped me to realize that I had a mild dyslexia, and that one of the reasons I do enjoy reading comics is that they're much easier for me to read than a traditional book, simply because it's broken up into small pieces that are easy to digest without becoming real jumbles and everything. But so comic books are phenomenal for teaching reading. I wish more. I think it's slowly starting to gain some acceptance, but I wish that there was definitely more acceptance of comic books as an actual tool that can help kids read. Because they used to say that try to get your kids to read anything. Well, comic books are an anything. It's better than reading the cereal box, I suppose. Although, that was a good time too. You remember sitting there as a youth with a bowl of cereal in the morning and reading the cereal box, fighting over who gets to hold it, to sit there and look at it and try and do I was always trying to do like the mazes or whatever in my head because nobody wanted to draw on it and ruin it for the next person, or try to do all those word searches and try to do all those find the 10 items in this picture, whatever it was, try to do those all in my head. Yeah. was a big Captain Crunch guy. Captain Crunch had those. Yeah, it really kind of is sort of Taylor, a little bit of a filibuster, I would say. That's fair. I could be, I'll have slightly more coherence than, say, Mitch McConnell. But, you know, I don't know how much more at this point. At least I don't say some of the things he says. Well, I don't want to get into politics. Anyways, yeah. I'm trying to think what else we got going on. It's always funny that when you come into a show and you're not prepared for to be here by yourself, and you are, and you're trying to keep it going, and you're trying to think, what do you want to talk? What can we talk about? Sent some stuff over to see. Ooh, I gotta submit. Where's my books that are going off to CGC? Oh, here we are. We can go through my upcoming submission here. I got to send these books off to CGC. I'm actually waiting for one more book to show up that I picked up from Comic Aussie. A nice golden age sci-fi book. I'm a hot mess today. I had 3 vaccinations. COVID, flu, and you know, I had that same combination. Well, actually, you know what? I didn't get all 3 though. But this year, I think it was they didn't want to give me. They recommended that I only got 2 at a time, and since the shingles was a 2-step vaccination, I think I did the COVID, and then I got the flu first, and then the shingles, and then I got the COVID, and then I got the second shingles, is what I did. So it was 2 times getting 2 vaccines earlier this year, because I delayed the COVID one until the beginning of November, so that way it was going to be at full peak efficacy over Thanksgiving weekend when I went to my first big con of the of the winter. It was your second shingle shot. Yeah. Oh yeah, the Hep B one and Hep C. You know what's so funny? Yeah, I think there's an updated. I got one of those Hep ones that is an update, and they're like, "Oh yeah, you need to do this too." And I said, "Yeah, I'll get to it." I said, "I'm not overly concerned with it as much. I don't know. I think of it still as a sexually transmitted disease, hepatitis, and I'm thinking as I've got one partner, so pretty stuck on that one. And that it's a slow. I can take. I got like an easier. I can let that one linger a little bit. I don't know. Just got flu, COVID, and shingles. It seemed easier. Yeah, well, the problem is that the COVID one is the one that just you get over and over and again. So there's no real, and shingles, so that can be not cool. But I'm leading I'm not leading an exciting enough life for the Hep one that matters. That's how I feel too. It's like my life might be slightly more exciting than yours, Taylor, but you know, at the same time, I've been married for close to 30 years, and I work from home, so you know, and I go out once a week to go to the comic book shop. So yeah, how exciting is my life? Well, I don't know. I guess I go out a little bit more than once I have mapped out. I will be going to at least one con every month for at least through the summer, so far. So that's good. I might even be able to do it more. Anyways, so here's what's going to go out to. First, these are going to go off to Dustin over at Comic Book Chiropractor. He's going to do some magic on these, and then I'll get these off to CGC. From the modern side of everything, we'll throw out this. I picked up this G.I. Joe. It is a really, really nice copy. There are a couple little minor non-color breaking dents or indentations or whatever, fingerprint, I don't know. There's a couple little minor things on the cover that I'm hoping once it's pressed out, there's a shot. It's not going to be 9.8 unless the CGC grader takes my bribe. No, Had a really got like woke up that morning with like all the good things going their way. It's not a 9.8, but I think there's a chance at a 9.6, and that would be a stellar upgrade for my current copy. So that'd be awesome. This one I'm super excited to see what he can do with it. It's got some, again, some significant creases. I don't know how well he can do because it's kind of a thicker paper stock cover, but this is Space Vixens, Dave Stevens greatness. You can kind of see, you can see over here the light as the light hits all these different things, but we get that pressed out. We'll see how that goes. So yeah, I'm happy to see those. So those are the two modern books in the thing that are going to go out, and then for their what they call their vintage tier, we'll throw out the Fantastic Four 74. I had picked up a little while back. I picked up a new copy of ASM 50 First Kingpin. This is a much better copy than my current 2.5. I'm hoping this one might be a 4.5. There is a little bit of tape up here, and there's definitely some. All the corners have some signs of wear. There's a couple minor color breaking ticks along here. So I'm thinking a 4.45 maybe. I'm hoping. Of course, I thought a 4.45 on this Poison Ivy, and it came back a 6.0. So CGC, they be drunk sometimes. And I have admitted that the 4.0 to, I think the 4.0 to 5.5 range is one of the hardest for me to grade in. Anyways, we'll send off this Wally Wood Weird Science. This one will be a low grade though. This will probably end up being like a 2.5 or so. It's split spine from the bottom staple down, and then there's a small split of the top staple. So it's from the bottom staple. Limitations on what it's going to get. Good morning there, Sunshine. Nice of you to join us today.
Good morning. I'm assuming you're going through the giveaway box. That's what these are, right?
No, these are the books I'm sending off to Dustin for my next CGC submission. Send off this Tomb of Terror.
Oh man, I really hope you like kind of just make a list of what your predicted grade is going to be.
I was saying that right now.
I mean, I hope you write it down. Is what I'm saying.
Oh, before he gets them.
Yeah, because he'll give you a sheet. Have you pressed with him before?
Yeah, I have. Yeah, I know.
He'll give you. He'll make a list of what his predictions are on. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I remember one time I messaged him because one book came back far above what he thought too.
Yeah, same.
Then we'll send off this Strange Adventures number 10, second Captain Comet.
That's wild.
I'm going to send off this Flying Saucers.
Ooh, that one's nice.
Yeah, this is, believe it or not, this is a 1951 second printing. The first printing, this background has more stuff going on. It's not black and stuff like this. But
I like that it's black. I like that there's.
It is, but until you see the first printing and you go, oh, yeah, okay, maybe it is kind of cheapo. But the second printing has more interior art than what the original has too. So it's kind of always like this whole thing of which one's more coveted by collectors is hard to say. And in the last book I'm going to send in, this one, it's going to have to, unfortunately, it's going to be a separate submission. So there's like 3 submissions in this lot, which will piss me off with submission fees, but it's okay. I want to get this JSA certified. It's going to cost me a fair amount, but if it comes back, I'll be super happy. So Air Pirates number 1, but this is signed by all 4 creators. So if I can if those can all get JSA certified,
That's pretty wild.
then I will be super pumped to have.
How much do they charge per authentication?
Like $25, or maybe no. I think they raised the price. I think it's now going to be 30. So yeah. So
like
it could cost.
All 4 on each direction go in there. That's cool.
So it could cost me $120 to have it authenticated. But if they're all authentic, because I didn't get the signatures myself, but if they're all authenticated, this book comes back where I think it is going to be, which is like a 7.5. It would, even though it's a 7.5, given that it's a banned book and they can't reproduce it and everything else because of the whole Disney lawsuit stuff. I don't know of any others that are signed by all 4 creators that you see out there and stuff. So that could be pretty crazy.
Can you put a number on it after all that? I just want a ballpark number.
Well, I know raw without the signatures like this, it's like around $200 book. So with the signatures, if they're all authenticated and it does come back graded stuff, it's at least I would say it's in the $400 to $500 range minimum. So.
Oh, I thought you were going to say 1,000.
Who are the creators? Are they big name?
Not necessarily, but within the underground space, they're somewhat well known. But anyways, I'm so glad that you guys were both backstage hanging out together, waiting all this time for. But
I'm actually talking to my friend Adam the whole time, and I was trying to get ready real quick, and then I quickly hopped on here and saw it was just Rob by himself, and I was like, "Oh, Rob, have you been by yourself?"
Yeah, I was starting to run out of content, but it's okay. We want to, Mark. You want to say hello to Soggy Sad Adventures. He's new. He's found your channel this morning. He's a 6-year-old gentleman who's been collecting comic books since he was a young kid. Was learned to read from comic books.
You said 6-year-old or 60?
60, as in twice a you almost.
Young fellow.
To be 30 again. Good morning, Soggy.
Oh, just think when you're 90, you're gonna be like, I was just 16.
Yeah, I don't miss being 30, to be honest.
I don't either.
That means I was still struggling financially, and I had 2 young toddlers in the house waking me up. No, I'm good. Actually, not good. I guess I would have had 1 toddler and 1 infant.
Oh, that's even better.
Yeah.
Bo pop in, Paul. Oh my God, Starfleet is a dumpster fire. I'm tired of seeing the fandom represented in the show. I'm a loner and awkward. Derp.
I talked about it earlier to get it out of the way so Mark doesn't have to tell us what he doesn't like about it, because that's all he'll say no matter what.
Say that again, Rob.
Nothing.
We don't have to. I said that we don't have to listen to you tell us what you don't like about it, because that's what you were going to say no matter what.
1000% wrong.
Oh, you liked it?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Interesting. I'm surprised, but I'm happy.
Did you watch it?
I did. I watched both episodes. I didn't hate it.
The literal only thing to dislike about it is the fact that they cast the fandom as characters in the show. It was still well written. It was still well executed. The production was perfectly fine. It's a little campy and corny, just like every era of Star Trek ever. But they delivered a hard-hitting pilot that stands on its own. Even if
the pilot was definitely better than the second episode, I thought. But the second episode, it's all still just setting things up.
The second episode is literally an episode of Star Trek where you have a beginning, middle, end. You have like a problem you have to overcome, and it's like very Star Trek-y with isolationism, and it leans into the lore that they built up in Discovery. So whether you watch Discovery or not doesn't matter. I didn't watch all of it, but I picked up on all of it. So it felt like Star Trek, and that little Brett Cooper knockoff that they brought into the show for season 2, like, she was delightful. Like, I liked her, and the fact that they added her to the cast, I'm like, that's great, because I didn't want to see that character leave. Like it, yeah, I enjoyed it. I completely agree that they
I
cast
didn't-
the fandom in the show.
Corny.
Yeah.
It's campy and corny as
So-
the brand. Yeah, but like Deep Space Nine was like campy and corny.
All of it is.
You know, it was mostly just, you know.
So I didn't dislike it. There was elements of it that were just bugging me, like, and I'm hoping that it's still character development. The young new character, the kid who's the I don't know the character's name off the top of my head yet, but the kid who's the disobedient one causing all the headaches and whatnot.
His name's Caleb.
Yeah, him. Is his whole being allowed to be the way he is in at the not following protocols and stuff at the academy.
There's no structure whatsoever at all.
Is a little unsettling. Was unsettling. Although he's seems at the end maybe he's going to embrace that type of stuff. So starting to a degree.
So that caught there's a few things that caught my attention. Like, and I'm trying to be polite about it, but a lot of it is just, it's the exact social commentary BS that a lot of people are going to use to like, to trash
that's
the
Star
show.
Trek. That's Star Trek.
No, it's not. I'm not talking about that Star Trek social commentary. I'm talking about the intentional modern day political culture war content that they put in the show, which is absolutely in the show. But if you can shelf that, if you're capable of being an adult and shelving that and watching it as it isn't too heavy-handed yet. It's 1000% in the show when Holly Hunter gives the speech about how the adult who's a trained professional of Starfleet made the mistake telling her subordinate or her child what to do, instructing her child as a parent and not listening to her child be the parent. And if you don't listen, and that's where she comes up with the letting this kid just run roughshod over her. That's the basis of it, is that she didn't let her kid parent her when she was younger and she regrets it. That's really there. It's present. It's dishonest not to say it's there, but it didn't make it a bad show. And then the whole premise of the show, the whole entire premise of the show is separating kids causes problems from their criminal parents. That's the whole premise, which is a modern day hot topic button with the deportation stuff ever since the first Trump era Biden era. That's literally been a modern day culture war topic point. And that's what they
made that connection, that they're even trying to look at that part of it. But
that's literally what they built it on, and they keep going back to it. Mama was down bad because after the burn, things are a little rough, and she participated in criminal actions that led to the death of a member of Starfleet or the Authority, and she got punished for it, and her punishment requires separating her from her child because she has to go serve time. And if they wouldn't have separated her from her child, none of this would have happened. And we made the biggest mistake ever. And Starfleet was worse back then than it is now. Thank God post-burn Starfleet acknowledges their mistake and they're willing to learn from their mistakes of separating this criminal from the child for her to serve. That's literally over and over and over. That's all there. But I told y'all I enjoyed it. It's all there. That you can't.
I understand. I understand that that's there and that element of it. Stuff, but I don't know that I would make that connection directly to the deportation element of it. That's a whole topic of potentially criminology and the
that's
whole
literally
concept.
What it is.
It could be. It can make that equation to any criminal act where you talk about separating mothers from their children.
It's not controversial to remove.
But
like if someone kills someone, you go to jail. You don't stay with your family. That's not controversial. The only time it's controversial, which they made it controversial in the show, in our world, is like it just is like. It's not being honest to say that's not what the writing team was doing, because that's what they're doing.
I don't know. Sometimes things are just a device, you know.
You can take
inspiration.
This woman's actions led to the death of an innocent man who had nothing to do with
it. Her actions didn't necessarily. She was just participating in which resulted in, but not because of her actions,
which would be like manslaughter.
It was the other guy's actions. It was because why her theft was,
and that's where a little bit of inconsistency when they acknowledged it in the past. They tell her like we understand X, Y, and Z. Your part wasn't direct, That's why we went out of our way to try to make your punishment lean as we could possibly do. You're going to go to this rehabilitation camp versus where this guy's going to this prison. You know, that she didn't get the punishment that Paul Giamatti did. She got a less as possible punishment. But then you get to episode 2 when they're rehashing and talking about this thing for the 57th time in the 2 episodes. Holly Hunter's like, if we wouldn't have punished her to the max and separated her from her kid, and Starfleet would have been better. None of this. Like, y'all didn't punish her to the max. You punished her to the least. And now you're talking to her kid about his second chance at life here on his third chance because you keep giving it. So there's some problems with it. There really is.
Well, I mean, she's talking about that she was the idea of like minimum sentencing requirements, I think, is what they're leaning into more of the equation, right? There are certain things where you're required to sentence to a certain minimum amount, no matter whether you agree with it, right? And that's more the what they're kind of talking to on that we shouldn't have done that type of thing. This particular
the minimum was too harsh
because
in her
for the particular situation, because it's like it was going to be just theft.
The guy died, but how many kids did he have? The guy that died, you know what I mean?
Well, it was because the guy that died was a part of Starfleet, versus if he had just been a civilian type thing, makes it this other level type thing. And so it's like, but anyways, overall,
I enjoyed it though, but like, again, all that stuff's in it.
Yeah,
people are definitely going to easily be able to critique this for just being like a culture war.
For that stuff, I was able to, like you said, I was looking past all that stuff. I was getting to know the characters, trying to get to know. Obviously, there's a lot of trying to
Power Rangers. I'm so in.
There's a lot of trying to set this up. I was happy to understand what the deal was with the young girl first, with her hello, trying to figure out what was going on. To find out what. Okay, that's fine, whatever. I am
a 9-week-old, 17-year-old.
I'm super in my Star Trek understanding brain is like super interested to learn more about number one as the Jem'Hadar, half Klingon. That to me, that to me is just like the most insane that she's to see what's gonna happen, because she comes from 2 different warrior races, and
she's gonna be battling with herself on what shoes to wear.
I'm sure she just want to be constantly fighting everybody and everything. I mean, it's just like the most insane thing. And of course, then you got the pacifist Klingon, well, not really pacifist, but you got the peaceful I don't want to fight people Klingon.
Life, not a glorious death.
Which is interesting.
Do no harm, Dr. Klingon. That's fun to subvert a thing like that. We did that with Spock in the to a degree. We did that with Spock. Like subverting like the emotions for the
now he's running around like a lovesick child all the time.
So we'll see if it works or not. I feel like they're just setting him up to be like I'm just waiting on him to come out. Like I felt like he was going to come out every two times he was on screen. So if they could do that at the beginning of the show, I think it would be just like, let's go ahead and do that, because we know that's what we're doing.
So the one thing that was really that kind of jumped out at me for some reason was jarring on screen. To me, that stood out, even though they were background shots, but there are those things that like the studios do to try to be inclusive and stuff. And I get, and great Star Trek show and all these different aliens and everything else, but what just seemed so out of place to me was the character in a wheelchair.
The character in a wheelchair, the butch heavyset girl who was her chief educational officer,
she's from Discovery.
Oh, I don't care where she's from. The softball team, Rob. That's where she's from. But my point is like, some of the stuff. That's why I mean, like they cast the fandom, and that's just what it's going to be and what it has been.
But her character actually was. In Discovery was originally supposed to be like just like little kind of throwaway character, and she became a really big a fun character that the fandom enjoyed. Her abrasiveness and her just willingness to just kind of talk this shit.
Lines in the first 2 episodes yet, though, did they They introduced her on the bridge.
She was there briefly. She has a conversation with Caleb in the physics, makes him stand up, and like they have this whole topic about physics, and when he's trying to do his debate about taking the Bajorans. Oh, and I want to have the astrophysics teacher fired.
Teague Navarro was back too. That was cool. I remember seeing Teague at the end of Discovery. I don't know, because I only watched like the big finale to Discovery. But Teague is back, like fast forwarded some years in life, somehow time jumped and teaching physics.
I think we're talking about the same person.
No, because the skinny older lady in her like late 40s, early 50s, who is in the other ones. I'm saying the heavy set person in blue. There's a heavy set girl who is young, like looks like she's in her 20s.
Oh,
short haircut.
Okay, I don't know
who
who
was introduced on the bridge as the chief educational officer. Will make sure.
Okay, I'm getting confused. Okay, I don't know who she is.
Yeah.
Then.
Yeah, the one you're talking about is Teague Navarro. The one I'm talking about was just a random person who, in like this utopian future, it doesn't look like this person fits in with the rest of the people there. Just like a person in a wheelchair, though very nice of you to cast this person, doesn't fit the show on paper.
Yeah,
what you described this universe to be.
All this stuff we're
all this technology, all this knowledge.
And we can't fix something, health-wise.
We can fix eyes.
That show got some bad reviews. It did. It also
got his eyes.
It definitely got some bad reviews. It definitely got some good ones as well. It's one of those ones where the critics go in and they all say it's amazing, and like the fans come in and say this is not what we want, and then a lot of people find a way to enjoy it somehow. I have no ties to Star Trek. And like I said, the complaints, they're 100% there, but what you won't see is the people complaining probably like get into breaking down like the format, the story, the execution too much. Episode 2 felt like because I've watched a lot of Star Trek. It's not a lot of this Paramount era Star Trek. Like I grew up seeing Star Trek on TV and watching Star Trek. And it just felt like a proper Star Trek show. You might not be a fan of the premise, and that'll be it. If you're not a fan of the premise of the show, you're not going to enjoy the show. If you don't want to follow these younger kids with their drama dilemmas through Starfleet, it's not going to be fun for you.
Yeah. There's some world building stuff going on. Of course, we're calling out the blue whales. The humpback whales.
Yeah, what did I not?
Yeah, this whole show is supposed to have these types of things littered throughout.
Yeah.
But no. Anyways, good morning there, Mr. Freaky Louie.
Arnold that was running Starfleet?
The Admiral?
Yeah, is that Arnold Vosloo behind that salt and pepper
I don't
beard?
know.
I have to go and look. I just thought of that. But like from the Mummy, the guy who played the Sheik who was in the desert.
Oh, possibly because he was in Discovery and stuff too. Look at those kids. Good morning there, Biggie Shack. Good morning, Freaky. Happy to have you guys with us. How you doing? Have a good day. Or don't. Either way, make the day yours. Bend the day to your will. That's the way.
Seems violent.
JSS. Well, depends upon how you make the world bend your will. You can do it through conniving.
No spoon.
You can be conniving and bend it to your will, or you can just do it through brute force. It's completely irrelevant.
I think I can help with the whole Pam situation. That's hilarious. Oh,
did you get caught up on Landman?
No, it's a me and wife thing, dude. Look, I'm very excited to watch it, and it breaks my heart that I'm not. We got caught up. We did like spring cleaning ×2 level of cleaning over the past like 2 weeks. Getting a lot of stuff done. That's kind of like been all of our together time has been getting life caught up to where it feels like we can relax. I can't be happier with watching earnest mentality, healthy people going on adventures. We also got Holly Hunter continuing the long tradition of Star Trek being the only place to respect the Southern accent. Let's go.
I gotta admit that it's kind of interesting. So she's obviously she's I'm assuming she's the same species as the character who's on
He was
Strange New
starring in
Worlds.
Carol Kane's.
Yes. Simply because they're this long living and everything else. So again, she's mirroring some of that little kind of eccentric type things, kind of like experience, kind of life, and the stuff of seeing her walking around barefoot and stuff on the
that was awesome.
Stuff and the way that she
someone
sits,
who doesn't like shoes. Like I'm like, oh, this lady is my spirit animal.
And at first when she sat in the captain's chair on the bridge of the ship, and it was like, well, she's like this wide, and like the chair is like this wide, and she's gonna be like sitting with her arms like this, and then then to see that, oh no, she's gonna curl up with her feet up on the fucking thing like it's a chase lounge and shit.
Put her in a Snuggie and give her a coffee in a mug that's 3 times too big.
Anyway,
I definitely wasn't mad about it. I know that a lot of people didn't like the Discovery series, but I watched just the finale to it to be able to talk about it, and I enjoyed just the finale.
The captain's chair is like a Saturday Night Live skit. Yeah.
Good morning, Chip. Rob, some beautiful books.
Thank you, sir.
Sorry, I forgot to hit send. Whoopsie. Good morning, all.
We appreciate.
I like when Paul Giamatti was dialoguing and walking toward the chair. She made sure to hop in like, nope, my seat. I don't know. I never understood like that level of playful banter. Like, why isn't he just like taking out the people of the Athena and just taking what he wants? I about
a bunch of Starfleet officers, but the kids are the ones that save the day.
Yeah,
they're the ones that possess the knowledge and the abilities to save
this brand new high tech Athena. No, did the engines not physically connect to the ship when it did?
Yeah, that's part of the whole the new technology that they're in. Yeah, well, in the future technology, among other things. So the things don't necessarily have to be connected, and they have adaptive materials that are able to reconfigure and change shape and stuff. So when Discovery got there, one of the retrofits that they did to make it so that way people wouldn't think that it was an old ship because they were trying to hide it and stuff, is they upgraded it and stuff. So then the nacelles were no longer connected to the ship, type of thing.
I like how Discovery is like spun around it, and it didn't take off; it just left. Here, and it's not here.
Right. Well, it would travel instantly from point to point versus unless it was traveling through warp. Whether it was using spore drive or warp drive. But yeah, that's one of the things. The nacelles aren't no longer physically connected, but to the ships, which is one of these things. And then when it got to Earth, it left the nacelles in space.
Yeah.
And in the rest of the
bridge
ship,
or the body came down,
and then it came down, and then it reconfigured.
And became part of the infrastructure of Starfleet itself.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll be watching the next episode for sure. Off to a decent start. Saw where they put the first episode up on YouTube. I thought that was pretty. A single Paramount Plus subscriber by doing that. I thought that was a pretty.
It's similar to what they did with Discovery. I mean, when Discovery came out initially, they ran the first like 4 episodes, I think it was, on CBS to get people to subscribe, to get interested, maybe get their hooks in them, type of thing.
Yeah, it's good marketing, especially the way that they formatted the first 2 episodes, with episode 1 being literally a standalone pilot that just because the last 37 seconds is them pulling up at Starfleet. The rest of it is just a space adventure, bringing in Holly Hunter and Caleb.
Yeah, and the whole episode 2, I don't know. I understood the premise, what we're doing with a lot of it. I think I was a little bit too annoyed by the teenagers in love or infatuation element of everything that was going
A
on.
lot of that, Rob.
I know it's young kids. I gotta understand that's what young kids do. I have to remember that.
All hormones, man. Hormones and teleporters. That's what they could have named this show.
Yeah, this
Jim makes a good point. Like, I wonder if how much of this show is going to be taking. I mean, it's called Starfleet Academy. It's supposed to be based at Starfleet Academy, but they got the little caveat that ship that's literally part of
the ship is the Academy.
Mhm.
And right, so when it lands is on there, they all live in there. All their classrooms are there. It's attached to it's down in San Francisco, but then they can go. The whole idea is the whole thing can
like,
go
how
up.
much is it? How much is it going to just take place there in San Francisco versus like go up and have to go do something in the cosmos?
Yeah, I mean, I think most of the times they'll be going out. The intent will be, or there'll be many times where they'll be going out with the intent to go study something or learn. Well, yeah, we're going to go do something, and then of course, issues ensue while we're out learning because we went, I don't know, because in the vastness of space, all the bad guys always seem to find you, even though you're like here in this.
Well, them doing it in San Francisco, episode 3 could be them trying to figure out how to get water to the interior of California to put out the wildfires. That seems to be a huge issue.
Don't know about you, but I don't got no fires. There's no fires.
That'd be a good one. They can do an episode of them doing community service, just cleaning up all the human poos off the sidewalk. Since they are in San Francisco, they can use the app. Yeah, it's definitely cooler.
It's the utopia now. They don't have that problem.
So, Rob, you were asking how they know where these other people are in the universe, where all the good people are, all the bad people know where the good people are in the universe. They probably have the app. Just
the app.
I'll tell you what I thought was the most now that you think about it, you mentioned that with California stuff, the most insane thing in that whole scenario was that Alcatraz was still sitting out there in the fucking in the bay, and they had they swung by Alcatraz, and we're like, what the fuck? I'm supposed to believe that building, which is falling apart right now. I mean, you can't, if you go on a tour of Alcatraz, there's so much more of it that you can't go to because it's falling apart than you can go. I'm supposed to believe that 1,000+ years from now, that thing is still standing out there in the bay, that the ocean, the harsh ocean winds and stuff haven't completely obliterated.
This is 1,000 years ago.
Wave hasn't taken it out.
This is it's 1,000 years in the future. This
it's
is
it's like 1,000 years.
It's not underwater from global warming. This is science fiction.
This is like 1,000 years ahead of like the Kirk timeline.
Yeah, this
because that's the whole thing with Discovery is like they had jumped so far ahead or whatever as part of this whole deal.
Yeah.
And AR can back me up if I'm wrong on the time, but I think that it's 1,000 years roughly. So it's.
So what's Holly Hunter's deal? How is she like 400 and something years old?
It's her species.
That looks human.
Exactly. You know,
Holly Hunter is great.
They've established in Star Trek that the various species were seeded by different species in the past, and so there's a lot of relations between them. That's why they all have so many of them have visual similarities, and why they're all interchangeable.
Whoa! We have 60 year olds watching this.
You want to go get a drink and interchange later?
Hey, you don't get any humans, Vulcan hybrids, and Jem'Hadar Klingon hybrids, and Klingon human hybrids, and whatever other hybrids we've had in this universe without some interoperable capabilities or some adapters.
What is that fantasy deck they all use? That fantasy room. You go in there and it's
the holodeck.
That's it, the holodeck. They've been using way too much holodeck stuff.
Let's see the reviews on this. Metacritic has it at 67, which I think is pretty close.
Space Case Collectibles said that Can
you highlight Chip Getter's comment about my shirt?
Nice Gaga shirt.
Right. Now I want to know, Chip Getter, how did you get
Gettler.
so close to read the words on my shirt?
Oh, he has the same shirt. IGN's got it at an 8 out of 10. Rotten Tomatoes has it at an 85, and then the audience score on Rotten Tomatoes is at a 35. I don't.
Yeah, he said I have the same outfit.
Yeah, there it is. Yeah, I've seen him wear it.
Yeah.
Rob, where would you rate the premiere, the episode 1 and 2? You know, as a combo pack, not
As a combo.
yeah. What they gave us.
Like I said, I don't hate it. I probably right now, if I was to put it on the scale of a 10, I'm probably in that 6.5 range right now. I'm willing. I'm not running away from it. I'm willing to continue to watch it just because I've watched a lot of Trek that I don't necessarily at various different levels.
Picard season 1 and 2.
Deep Space Nine season 1 and 2. You know,
I heard Picard season 3 is like one of the best pieces of Star Trek that fans got.
What about that
Which
one with Scott
just
Bakula?
season 3? I heard like season 1 and 2 was awful.
Actually, so
like,
Picard 1 and 2, I never even watched. I did only watch the season 3 one. Because people finally convinced me that I could watch it as a standalone. I didn't need to watch the others, and I was like, okay, and I was able to infer the most of everything I needed from 1 and 2. You know, but so there's definitely been some stuff.
Was it Strange New Worlds? Is the Pike one?
Yes.
I've watched a few episodes of that. I enjoyed it. I don't know. I just never got back to it.
I think if you're willing to, sometimes with Star Trek at this point, if you're willing to separate get away from some of the lore elements of things and just enjoy the show for what it is and not worry about sometimes all these elements, especially because they do tie in, this character, that character. Well, don't get timey-wimey, things get screwy. They're not necessarily all in the same timeline, or they change the time here, so the character who was there, well, who gives a shit about all that fucking stuff? Just enjoy the show for what it is.
Good editors typically care about that stuff.
There was I think a Deep Space Nine. I watched a lot of them. I watched like the New Generation, Voyager, Deep Space Nine. But Deep Space Nine, especially at the end, was so good. Like it could have been a movie. It was movie quality. Like Star Wars
because they had done the important thing where the show got really good was it started getting better. First of all, when Avery Brooks left the show and Hawk came on and took over as captain of Deep Space Nine. And that's an old reference for those people who know Avery Brooks's character Hawk from the 70s. But then when they also made the show, obviously Worf coming on was good, but when they made the show less episodic and made it serial, and you started and you're doing all the stuff with the Alpha Quadrant of the Jem'Hadar and the Dominion and stuff, and that the serial storytelling, even though you could still have episodes that stand alone, having those season-long threads that go throughout that bind it. Yeah, Spencer for Hire. Thank you, Digger Jim. Definitely was and shout out to Wellmore who said Spencer for Hire as well too. Sorry. Those are things that make it, if you're watching the show, more, you get invested more into them.
Yeah.
The difficulty on why they don't usually, oftentimes won't necessarily start off with those types of things, is it becomes a hindrance for getting new people into a show sometimes. Not as much today where we have streaming and people can easily binge and get caught up, but in the days of strictly broadcast television, if everyone was talking about, the show's so good, and you go, you're 2 seasons into this looping story, this ongoing story arc, I don't want to join it maybe. But Enterprise was the same way. Enterprise, I thought, got much better in the third and fourth season when it became this serial, more serial and less, less episodic. But
Did you ever watch Stargate?
Yeah,
I did not.
that's a series, though. I watched
Dude, you would love Stargate. Stargate's that's like
The two sci-fi
That's
TV
the
shows that
Galactica.
come to mind that I didn't watch that people tell me I should have watched, and I wish I did at times, and maybe someday I will. I don't know. Stargate is one, and the other is Farscape.
Yeah, I knew you were about to say Farscape because I'm like, he just wasn't a sci-fi channel guy in the 90s. I see what's happening here.
I watched some stuff on sci-fi, but I like with the certain, I don't know why there was something about Farscape that I wanted to watch, but I didn't, and I can't remember what it was.
It just never did it for me. It just didn't draw me in.
Yeah.
But yes,
I mean, I was definitely a Babylon 5 guy though.
I legitimately think Stargate's like the best sci-fi TV had to offer. It's all on Amazon right now. You know they're doing the new show. Like they're writing a brand new Stargate show right now on Amazon.
I did love Babylon 5 back in the day, and then
that's another one. Yeah, Babylon 5.
Lex, because that was a foreign show. That was a little bit of a weirder show, but the Muppets in Space of Farscape. Okay.
What's going on, Billy? Oh, never mind. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to say hey. He was saying hey to Seth. It wasn't for me.
Pigs in Space was great. Pigs in Space. Good times. Yeah, well, I'm sorry to hear that you haven't got up on Landman yet. I can't wait for you to do that, Mark. It seems like the roles are reversed now.
I think that was even playing like while I was sleeping last night. So I think through osmosis, some of that Landman stuff is stuck in my brain. So I feel like even ahead of Mark right now.
Well, I am ahead of Mark on it because I'm caught up. I'm waiting for the final episode of the season.
Hey, Rob, did you finish watching the American Revolution yet?
I know how it ends.
It was spoiled, huh? Got someone spoiled the ending.
Kind of like Titanic. I know where it's going.
It's the journey, Rob. It's the journey.
I am what's it? Oh, and I was because I've been also binging Watson. I got to the first season. I'm into the second season of Watson now. So that's
I saw a really great movie on Netflix.
Oh yeah, what's that?
It was called The Boy Who Harnessed the Wind. Has anyone ever seen that?
No, what's it about?
It's a true story of a 13-year-old boy in Africa who creates a wind turbine to save his village. Really good.
Interesting.
That. Yeah, and they show pictures of the real boy afterwards.
Oh, Scotty, you're thinking of Andromeda.
Battlestar Galactica was a really good series too, the new one.
Preface that the more recent Battlestar Galactica. I mean, don't get me wrong. I live nostalgia in the 70s, 70, 78, 79 Battlestar Galactica in my mind is great. But when I go back and watch it, it's less so. Same as Buck Rogers and a lot of these other things from those eras. They don't necessarily stand up to my memories.
Yeah.
And that's fine. So I let those continue to live greatness in my memories. The more recent Battlestar Galactica definitely was started off very strong. I loved especially the way they leaned into some of the trying to build a civilization out of the remnants and stuff and reestablishing government and all these different types of things. I thought it got a little bizarre towards the end, and I've kind of lost.
Yes, I'm like, who isn't a Cylon, right?
I just kind of lost with the once.
Understand
I'm trying. What the fuck is Starbuck? With this whole, I'm dead, I'm back, but I'm not a Cylon. I'm on this and this and that. I was like, it just became like a really convoluted kind of that I didn't understand, and I probably need to sit down and not try to rewatch it, but instead sit down and go find some fucking YouTuber that has taken the time to explain to what the hell explain this to me.
I know it
Because
was so
I
weird at the
don't-
end because it was like Scotty says, like I'm a Cylon, he's a Cylon, she's a Cylon because we're all Cylon.
Wouldn't you like to be a Cylon too?
I know. It's like the writers were like, let's just keep going at the end.
Yeah, and it's definitely weird, but yes, we'll officially meet aliens in our lifetime. Well, they're living in Colorado. Didn't you know that? Resident alien.
Under the ocean already?
Well, yeah, the octopuses are if you watch Resident Alien, the octopuses are aliens.
They got some big octopuses way down there.
Actually, I
They got
was
some big monsters down there.
I'm a dude from Goodburn. Here was everyone's a, Oprah saying everyone's a Cylon. Nice.
Everyone's a Cylon. Oh,
Excellent.
we probably are all just seeded from some other civilizations.
You know what I realized from looking at the audience scores or the audience reviews on Rotten Tomatoes? Like everyone's a Sith. Everyone.
Oh,
They're all Siths, Rob.
nobody can like anything. Everybody, it's not trendy.
No, I'm saying like I'm not gonna read all the reviews, but Steve B gave it 5 stars. Dustin H gave it 5 stars. Michael A.O. gave it half a star, which is as low as it goes. Frank F, half a star. Star Trek F, half a star. Joel B, half a star. JS, 5 star. Tom A, 5 star.
There's nothing in between. Got it.
There's
Okay.
it's perfect. It's perfect trash like that. Like it looks like it's just a fraction battle. Everyone's trying to impact that final number to their fullest capability, and all they're doing is proving they're all Siths.
Nobody's willing to give an honest assessment of saying you can't just accept the fact that something can be neither great nor awful at the same time.
Yeah, all right. This one gave it 1.5. There's a 4. They're so rare. I mean, it's like look, like all the way down, all the way up, all the way up, all the way down, all the way down, all the way up. Like it's ridiculous. All the way down. Here's a 3. All the way down, all the way down. That's crazy. They're all Siths.
Yeah.
That's funny. It's really funny.
Yeah. What else was there?
Let's see what the verified audience had to say.
Do we have any good movies? Actually, good movies. Are there any movies coming out?
This month we have that new Jason Momoa, Dave Bautista movie coming out, Wrecking Crew.
Unrelated to the Wrecking Crew.
The comic one, which was unrelated to the MCU one, which is unrelated to this one. Yes.
Got it.
Yeah, it's like Dave Bautista and Jason Momoa are brothers. I think it takes place in Hawaii, just fighting organized crime in a high octane action movie.
Okay.
It looks wild.
I probably won't see it in the theater, but hey,
I think it's going straight to streaming. I think it's a straight to Amazon one. It looks like a blast, dude. It looks really, really fun.
I am trying to get more time to start to sit down and watch. I watched a movie the other day.
I stayed up late watching The Running Man last night.
Oh, I watched that too last night. Oh my god! I watched the original.
I watched the new one because I've seen the original a million times, and the new one's now on Paramount Plus with Glenn Powell, Coleman Domingo, Josh Brolin. I enjoyed it.
Was it better than Arnold and Richard Dawson?
Say that question out loud.
Was it better than Arnold?
Oh, was it better than Arnold?
The better than the original. Did you like it more or less than? How would you compare? Let me rephrase it. Mark, if you were to compare the two, how would you compare and contrast them?
I would pick the original 10 out of 10 times.
Well, you prefer the other, but I mean, how would you compare and contrast them though overall?
This one's longer. It leans into more of a story where the Arnold one, you're there for the fun gimmicks and the caricatures of the hunters and everything. They all had their own gimmick. You had Sub-Zero, the Chainsaw, which was a huge part of it. The Arnold one was freaking awesome for that aspect of it. This one, they bring more of a story into it where you really care about Ben Richards a little more. Like, you know, he's like the whole he has like this whole family angle, fighting for his kid kind of angle. They put a lot more lore into the world that you're in, because the first one, within the first 30 seconds of it, Arnold's called a charge and he's on his way. You know what I mean? And
Almost.
this one they make
the first 10 minutes of the movie.
Well, I mean, I understand. My understanding is the newer movie's more true to the original story, and whereas
you can see that there's a story in this one. I'm not going to argue that there's a story in the Arnold.
Whereas the original movie was budgetary constraints, constrained them to cut down to basically this kind of like more confined and condensed.
Shayward
Piece,
find a new girlfriend.
I wanted to watch the new Running Man, but my girlfriend wouldn't let me. She says it's too violent. What do y'all think? Me personally, I would lean on the side of you need a new girlfriend.
That's what I thought. Yeah, come on.
Yeah. Let's let
leave
her.
I watched.
She's way too controlling. If she won't let you watch The Running Man because it's so violent.
Yeah.
It was funny.
It's not a gory movie. There's violence in it. It's not on an R-rated violent scale of movie. It's low, and it's all like computer.
I remember what I watched the other day. I was flipping through the cinema movie, and I was looking at some of these newer movies. I was like, "Oh, I'm going to catch up one of these movies and everything." And then instead, I ended up watching. When I say the word older, but I don't. But that's the wrong word because it's like a 2013 movie or something like that. It's not like I was sitting down and watching.
It's new old.
Yeah, it's not like I was sitting down and watching one of my 1950s sci-fi movies. But for some reason, as I'm going through the different movies that come up, The Island comes up in my.
I love The Island. Ewan McGregor, ScarJo.
Yeah,
Michael Bay. Like, goodness, dude.
I said for some reason, I want to watch this.
So good.
And I watched it, and it's so funny because I'm like, oh, dude, there were certain elements of it. It's like I've seen this movie before, not the movie itself proper.
The chase scene was in Bad Boys 2, for example, down the highway with the stuff falling.
But the whole premise, the concept of clones being done for body parts and stuff for rich people was a movie called Clonus that starred Peter Graves.
You're old.
Exactly.
We got there.
that you know, the first time, and the only reason I know of Clonus is because it was featured on Mystery Science Theater 3000.
Wow.
And they were going around, they're going, oh, because when Peter Graves came up, they had him on screen. I remember they were saying, door-to-door biography. It's like knocking on the door. Their commentary. Like, hi, I'm here with door-to-door biography. Would you like to buy a biography?
Dude, The Island is an incredibly fun movie. I really enjoyed that. What's the guy's name? Lincoln? Isn't that his name?
Yeah, Lincoln Echo 6.
Echo 6. Yeah. Where did the tubes go? I just want to know where the tubes go.
Yeah.
That helped a lot.
They have a YouTube. Yeah, they have a YouTube, and they also, if you go on Pluto, Scotty, Pluto TV they have a Mystery Science Theater channel that runs 24/7, and they also have a Riff Tracks, which of course is the original guys from Mystery Science Theater 3000, also doing it. So there's basically two channels 24/7 doing MST3K stuff. One branded as such, and one branded as Riff Tracks. Of course, I also love it because, well, this one will just get Mark to say something, but I'll say it anyways. They have a 24/7 Hogan's Heroes channel.
Oh, thank God.
Oh.
I don't think you're allowed to make that show.
I didn't know people were still alive who used to watch that.
Oh, damn.
Pluto has everything. Yep, exactly. If only I could if I could pay a couple bucks to get a commercial-free version of Pluto, that might be my frickin' go-to frickin' platform, just because it's so fun.
It hits that sweet spot.
Just sometimes you're just like, oh, I just want to binge a bunch of Addams Family, and I don't care this or that, but it's got so much different stuff. I mean, it's the only thing that bugs me is the commercials.
The
Exactly.
last-
It doesn't even
last
feel.
time
No,
I
it doesn't even feel. Scotty doesn't feel like '80s cable. It feels like, except way more. It feels like freaking 1980s UHF.
They have like last time I put Pluto on, I forgot what it was to watch, but they have like all like the stuff that you can syndicate. They had a channel that was strictly ridiculousness, that Rob Deerdeck MTV show where they were showing you like internet clips of people crashing or wrecking and making fun of it. And it was just that 24/7. I think that they had a Gordon Ramsay channel, which I was very cool with that. They just show all of Hell's Kitchen in sequential order, then Hotel Hell, then Kitchen Nightmares, and just Gordon Ramsay 24/7.
And
Just turn it
you're
on
dreaming, and I bet Gordon was yelling at you in your
dude,
dreams.
I love his shows, man. But they're so much fun.
Yep.
Yeah,
There's a Tosh point. There's a
channel.
Tosh.0 channel. There's like a nonstop, just different stuff. There's a new channel I saw them advertise something like 50 cent on like is basically action movies that he's picked out or something like
the Curtis 50 Cent Jackson channel.
It's just like
it was. But I figured out what the gimmick was for Pluto. They take stuff that's like free licensing and they put it into a classic TV show format.
Yeah.
So you can anything that's on there 9 times out of 10 you can find it free on YouTube and also free on Tubi. So you can pick
Pluto TV is free.
When you want to watch it on. That's what I'm saying. Like if it's free on one of these platforms,
it's free off on
available on the other ones. Now they're not
Roku TV has it. And a lot of these things
Samsung TV has a built-in TV app.
I get it. Pluto's just for
what
some
I did
reason
when I wanted to watch Hotel Rwanda last week. I looked up because I use the Google TV app where you can just search a movie and it'll show you every streaming platform it's available on. There's a drop down area, so you don't have to wonder where do I go to watch this. You just search it in that app and it'll tell you where. And it said Tubi, like, oh, it's on Tubi.
My Roku can do the same thing. Yeah, that's similar.
It's on Tubi, so I just opened YouTube and searched it. There it was, free on YouTube, where I can watch it without.
I don't know. It's just sometimes it's just you don't know what you want. You just go there and
surf.
I like their format. Yeah, and what's actually kind of interesting is they have started introducing streaming too. So like some of their shows, like Hogan's Heroes, for example, they have the channel that's running 24/7, but you can also stream it. So you can actually go and select it, and instead of watching it already in progress or something, you can go find a particular episode. So they're doing a combination thereof. So
Pluto is single-handedly taking the hands of the gray generation and slow walking them into the streaming era. I get it.
Sure, why not?
That's nice of them to not leave our elderly behind.
Yeah, it was funny because like I was sitting down and I watched The Island, but I was trying to decide. I almost sat down and I was trying to decide at the time. I was all about to hit play on the third Knives Out movie.
I haven't watched any of those yet. Are they good?
The first one I really enjoyed. The second one wasn't too bad. I haven't seen the third one yet.
Gotcha.
But the third one, they don't have Daniel Craig. Somebody else is like playing the role. It's just a straight for, whatever. But
and it's like a murder mystery kind of thing.
Yeah,
like Agatha Christie in nature.
A little who done it, very Clue-esque without the camp necessarily. But
I'm ready for the next Hercule Poirot movie that Kenneth Branagh's been doing.
9 and 1 and 3 are great. Okay, so Rob's mistaken. Daniel Craig's in the third one. Oh, he is in the third one. I thought he was in The Glass Onion.
And is that the name of it?
The second one was, I think.
Maybe he's in all 3 of them.
Movies.
What's the name of the third one? Onion Knife. T-Dub said he's in all 3.
Okay. Wake Up Dead.
Wake Up Dead.
Okay, yeah. Okay, all of them. Okay, yeah. Starring Daniel Craig as detective. Okay, he is in all 3 of them. Okay, I just didn't see him in the trailer. I guess recognize him in the trailer. Well, in that case, I'm even more interested now to see the third one.
And these are all Netflixes, right?
I don't know. I think I was what platform? I think I was on Netflix when I saw it. Yeah. Oh, okay. Number three is okay. That's good, Taylor. Thank you. I definitely, like I said, it was like it was on my radar to watch, and so I'm definitely, I'll definitely now I'll definitely go back and go watch it. Knives Out itself was fun initially, just because I think you got to see after having seen Chris Evans do so much Captain America goody two shoe guy, get to see him play an not goody two shoes guy was fun to see.
What was that movie? It was called The Gray Man with Ryan Gosling and Chris Evans.
Good.
Chris Evans was like the bad guy in it, and because of it was kind of like I don't know, it just didn't feel convincing having him as a bad guy because of the goody two shoe things. I mean, you got to do a few of the roles to shake off the stick of your generational run as Captain America. But
well, the Knives Out, his appearance in Knives Out was a little bit more. It was fun I thought it was a little more fun.
Oh, Jay, it's definitely a little off, Jay. It is definitely a little off.
Oh man, Captain America won't get to meet Human Torch in the next MCU movie. It's possible.
Captain America will be there. At least that's what they say.
Well, they've got more than one Captain America, so
yeah, and well, he's back for Avengers Doomsday.
Oh, you're talking about Chris Evans?
Yeah.
Okay. Because just saying Captain America will be there. Well, we got multiple. And with that, lady, madam,
yes,
what conversation do you bring to the table today?
What is that picture you sent me, Steph?
I sent that to you because that's Adam's sketch in progress.
Why is he drawing a bunch of naked people worshiping a glowing naked person?
I think that might be
kinky.
No, I think that might be Phoenix.
I like her birth and hips.
Her birth and hips are nice, aren't they?
Mm-hmm.
I think he just started that. So
that is a term I have not heard in a while. Not that I'm saying there's anything wrong with it, but I mean, I thought it was a term that rattled around in my birth and hips. I thought that was a term that rattled around in my head only.
No,
Robbie walking around the mall about them some birth and hips.
Birth and hips all the time. In fact, when I saw what was that movie, the Cry one with Forrest Whitaker, where he is the guy who gets kidnapped. The Crying Game. The Crying Game. Do you guys remember The Crying Game?
Vaguely. I don't think I've seen
Crying
that
Game. You would remember. There's some
I think that's when we went around and we were just punching each other all the time, Mark. I think to see who could.
Anyway, in The Crying Game, what really set me off is this girl had really slender hips, right? She was very slender and beautiful, but she had very slender hips.
And you're all, baby, you're not giving birth.
Because she did not have birth and hips.
Y'all remember the movie Kingpin with Randy Quaid and Woody Harrelson? The comedy movie about bowling and stuff?
Yeah, sure.
Randy Quaid was the Amish guy who was like amazing at bowling and going against like the bowling mob and this and that. The smoke show of the movie gets brought in and Randy Quaid's kind of laughing, and when she walks off, Woody Harrelson looks at him and says, dude, what's so funny? He goes, Miss blah blah blah, with them hips she can't have more 3 or 4 kids, and walks off. That's funny.
Yeah. There's something about the woman's shape of her hips to her waist, a certain ratio that makes it very desirable. So if you have birth and hips, that's great, as long as you got a little tiny waist to go with it, basically.
Mm-hmm.
And a round thing.
Hey, that's a good comparison. In my mind, in my humble opinion, which has been noted as fact, the Running Man comparing the Arnold to the Glenn Powell one is very similar to taking the Arnold Total Recall and comparing it to the Colin Farrell modern remake. They're both highly enjoyable and hard to compare because they are so vastly different. The same premise is there, but Yeah. Planet Spider.
Not sure what that was. I have been working on a statue. In case you were wondering, since you were asking me what I brought to the table.
Yeah, I was curious what you were working on.
I've been working on.
That's not a statue, Steph.
It's a sketch for what I'm going to do in the future.
Oh, that's cool. She's going to be suspended in the air on her hair.
Yes.
That's a really
She's
good
sleeping.
idea.
She's sleeping, so she's floating in slumber.
You must have watched like The Exorcist or something recently with them like levitating in the bed.
No. And then I have this one. This is the fallen angel.
What's with his butt cheeks?
That's his shame, you know.
Why is he ashamed of his
angel.
cheeks?
He's Lucifer.
But he's ashamed of his cheeks.
He's in shame, and that's what I take it as, the back of the body there, like that, like, you know, almost like he's in a corner, you know, being punished.
That's me in the corner. That's me in the spotlight, losing my religion.
Oh my God, Jesus Christ!
You just got RE.
No, actually, quite the opposite. You said it was Lucifer.
Well, at least in his shame, at least he thought to cover his meat up with his wings.
That's what I'm saying, right? So I started it. I can.
Well, Kevin Smith has shown us that there's nothing there. There's on angels. They're incapable. Of course, the best lines I like about angels actually come. I don't know if you ever saw The Prophecy with Christopher Walken.
Yeah, there's like 4 of them.
Yeah, but the first one, the one, yeah, they're like Ken dolls. Thanks, Scotty. The line, like when you're talking about, he says, "You ever notice that every time a God wants to punish somebody, he sends an angel? Would you really like to meet an angel?" And it's like,
Yeah, what's weird that a lot of people forget about is there's a movie called Prophecy in the 80s about this bear that was like slaughtering people, but it was like a mutated bear because of the fishing.
was it on cocaine?
No, mercury.
Oh,
the
okay.
fishing industry in the area was bleeding mercury out, and it's wild. It's a cool movie. It looks like The Spectre. Madam, you can easily fix this to be like a badass Spectre piece. You know who The Spectre is, right?
I love you said fix this.
Yeah, I'm just, what I mean by that is cover up his cheeks. Like, hey, look up here real quick, Steph.
Yeah, okay.
If I get this thing to work. This guy,
Mm-hmm.
it's called The Spectre. Look up the Alex Ross work on The Spectre and you'll get it.
I don't know if I could because of the copyrights and everything, you know.
You
can't really make
what?
specific.
You can sculpt whatever you want to sculpt. Copyright
Not
doesn't
really.
control your hands.
Well, what you could do, madam, is instead of, you just call him the Spectre, but spell it TER instead of TRE, and you're all good.
Yeah, I don't copyright. You can't copyright.
Is that Batman 423? You know,
You're just not allowed to like commercially sell it. That's all.
That one cover I did, the Batman 423, I looked to have that one bronze, and the foundry said like, "Oh, we run into a lot of copyright issues with this stuff." So
Here you go, Steph. There you go.
that's okay. Yeah. Yeah, almost.
And what's great about him
If
is
you
that
look at his hips, he's not wearing ruse. So, like much like your statues, meat's just flapping in the wind behind those wings.
although he does usually have lapels.
Yes.
We don't know what his lapels are on, but he's got lapels.
Oh, his legs aren't together. You're gonna put like just like the head just dangling there.
He's just going to be urinating, I think, into the abyss.
Good grief.
Yeah.
Just like the new Dune movies, no sound, voice, instruction box, instrument. It's a blast rock and stuff. That's like remaking Star Wars with no lightsabers. The new Dune movies are fantastic. The new Dune movies are super good. Jim Corrigan claps cheeks.
He would be a great fountain. He would just trickle, but just water at the bottom.
It's just running down his leg. Wow, thanks. It's the least exciting.
I can call it Lucifer's piss. It's, I mean, come on, that's going to be great. That's a great, something that probably hasn't been portrayed before.
Dribble fountain.
So what's your plans with
your little Lucifer statue?
I don't know. I just made him. That was about 2 days of work. So
you're not going to take it to the foundry. They're going to be like, listen, the book this is based on is copyrighted. So
nah, no. So I think I'm going to get him bronze. I really like him. I think he's cool.
Yeah.
I like someone else might look at him and think like, oh, that's been done before, you know. But I don't think he's been done exactly the way I portrayed him.
No, I've seen him with
tighter
cheeks before, that's for sure.
Have you? I can make tighter cheeks.
Think full on Dick Grayson.
Only the tightest of buns.
Wow. I just can't.
Rob, did you I saw your reel that you made this week where you went into the comic shop
and recorded surreptitiously because the manager that was there that day is a pain in the ass.
Oh, it was pretty well. It wasn't like a shop tour, but
no, it wasn't. It was just a little quick. Let me just show you guys how many fucking books there are in the fucking.
Like you have one of those corporate comic shops. Is what it felt like. Big, a lot of stuff.
Definitely not corporate. It's a one-off store.
Yeah, I said it felt like.
Yeah, but they moved into this space, and it was a huge space, so they were able to spread out and do some stuff, and then they combined stores. There used to be two stores. One was a game store, and one was a comic shop, and they combined the two together, and so they have, like I said, around the perimeter like this is like all the books. So there's all the current books, and they get in a lot. Because we have a lot of people here in the South Bay, so they get stuff from almost every publisher. There are still some things that they don't bring in unless you request, but there's a lot. And then they have a huge
how much stuff they had, and you walked out with one comic book and two covers of the same comic book.
4 books, yeah.
Okay.
But it was a light week for me, but there's the this week section, and then there's all the recent backstock stuff, and then and they put out little tags like for either stuff that came out last week or so when you move off of the this week's section, you go to the rest of it. The ones that came out shipped last week are tagged, so you can find them easier if you miss that. And then there's tags on there for recommendations from each of the staff makes a certain number of recommendations on certain stuff.
That would be a fun video for you to do, Rob, is document the staff's recommendations over like a couple of months and then make a video lambasting them for their terrible taste.
Sure.
Gave you this power to dictate my wallet, you piece of shit.
I will tell you that one of the guys there, he has in the past he turned me on both the Saga and to the Boys, so he's not too bad.
Meanwhile, the staff member next to that one's just recommending My Little Pony.
Then obviously they have a lot of games and a lot of pops and all kinds of other stuff in this shop, but it was one of these things like
the hipsters, what Rob is saying.
It was one of those things like where I've talked to the owner in the past about doing a tour video, and they're totally on board. And they have multiple managers that are there, and one of their managers is less excited about it. He's the typical comic book grumpy puss. and he was there, so I didn't even. I
You have
decided,
your little B-roll camera, like you could just.
yeah. No, I just decided I was going to go in here real quick and just shoot something, and I didn't really care. I wasn't going to do a full blown anything or too much of a tour, just a teaser. But I do want to go back and do that at some point, just because I think it is interesting to see different types of shops. And this shop is very different, I think, than a lot of people's comic book shops, because there's not a lot of back issue stuff there. If you're trying to go like hunt for silver and bronze age books, this is the worst fucking shop you could go to. But if you want current stories, you want huge sections of trade paperbacks and all hardbacks and all kinds of stuff, that if there's all kinds of stuff there. But yeah, I just thought it would be something a little quick. I was disappointed, actually. Some of the footage turned out to be shite, so I had to cut it down really. And
Shite.
What's up, Bobby?
I'm always interested in the shop behind the collector. Yeah, I go to this shop AR on purpose because, well, not only have I been going there for a long time, but I go there on purpose because they don't have an extensive back issue collection. It saves me a lot of money. If I went to a shop that had huge collections of back issues and grails and stuff, man, I'd be so poor. I'd be divorced. Just like my wife would be like, I can't deal with you. At least limiting it to cons and stuff and helps to mitigate. It's not in front of me every Wednesday. Although my con schedule this year so far, it's starting to stack up. At least I think I have one in February, 3 in March. I think there's 3 cons in March I'm going to.
Wow.
If that sounds right. 1 in April, 1 in May. It's just, I would have been going to 1 in June. I know, Mark. Thanks for reminding me.
Why you're not going to Heroes?
No, I can't. I'm going to my youngest graduation that weekend from university.
Why do you have to graduate on that weekend?
It's because Heroes moved the con. If Heroes had kept their convention on Father's Day weekend or the weekend after, no problem. But because they chose to move it to the week before, it became a problem for me.
Sorry.
No. Anyways, it was really interesting. I started finding how many different conventions there actually are in this area. It started to trip me out. When is ChakaCon? You see, there's definitely lots of shops around here I can go to for back issues, and I'm starting to I'm starting to do a little bit of exploring on occasion with some friends, where I'll go to a shop that's not my normal shop to check out.
Cool.
But I don't, like I said, I gotta limit it. Fortunately, a lot of them will show up to some of these comic shows and stuff around here in the Bay Area that I go to too. So, so many shows. Yeah, I know. That's what I said. It was Brian's like East Bay Con next month, and then like April, I think it is. I'm trying to remember what the hell. I know April. Obviously, I got WonderCon March. At the end of March is WonderCon, but in the beginning, I got the San Jose Super Toy Show or something in March, and then I think there's Stockton Con on March 1st. So in March I got 3, and then April is Fandom Con. Then May is Comic Con Oakland. Yeah, it's just wow, they're stacking up. But hey, I'm lowering my, because I'm going to so many, I'm lowering my
Your budget?
I'm not gonna necessarily go, and I'm hoping to not go. Oh, SacCon is in March. Well, I'll go to Stockton, and I'm gonna skip Sacramento. Sacramento. They just did a Sacramento this month. I don't need to do another one. That's ridiculous.
Are you gonna come to the Fan Fusion in Phoenix? That's June 5th.
No.
Fine. I don't want to see you anyway. And I didn't
I
want
know.
awesome smoked meat that you were gonna also bring me.
Sac anime, not comic. Okay, fair enough. But I mean, it's the same people going to be there, Brian. They might have 2 extra comic book creators and 3 less anime voice actors. I mean, that's all it's going to be. But Sacramento's is I don't know. It's a little bit of a driving to Sacramento from where I'm at is just enough of a drive that it's just too much for one day. If I was going to go and stay the night, maybe, but going for one day, Sacramento is a bit of a trek there. I looked for Sac Anime to potentially take the train, because I can take the train there, but it would be like by the time I'd get there, I'd only have like 3 hours before I'd have to get on the train and come back. So it's like, what's the point?
You could socialize with strangers for 3 hours.
I could stay home and hop on YouTube and do the same thing. Or better yet, stay home and
experiences,
stay home and do nothing. Yeah, but hey, I'm cutting back on the nice thing is actually with not going to Heroes cuts back on my commission expenses because I won't have as many commissions.
Just thinking about that. I need that photo.
I was thinking what you guys need to do is we need to get those holographic spinner fan things. And
no, I need the photo. I need a photo because I got an idea. Couple ideas. I just need a full body photo. I need you to be wearing a Comics Curing Cancer shirt. It's only $5 a photo with Rob. That's one thing that's being implemented. The other thing is I'm putting a glory hole in it.
See, that's the problem. Is I've seen what's happened to these cardboard standees to other people.
Rob, you either send me the photo you want or I use the photo of you that I choose. It's up to you, man.
Are you gonna make a giant cutout of Rob and have
cardboard cutout? I can get a full body cardboard cutout of Rob, life size, 4'10".
Everyone, take your sticker to the
4'10".
It's gonna be at the booth. Oh, I got you and DJ confused. My bad. But yeah,
okay,
sticker Rob's cardboard up.
He's gonna be back next to the table, next to the the art pieces and stuff. And then when we're there, Will and Dylan will bring you forward to interact with the customers. And if someone wants a photo with Rob, they can donate $5.
The funny part that I foresee the funny part that I foresee happening is people walking up and talking to the cardboard cutout as if it was Rob, like they wouldn't know the difference.
Yeah, everyone's
Can
gonna
I make
do
a
it.
suggestion about the cutout? If it could be a cutout, but then if you could just have a little bit of mustache coming out.
Oh, I can. Yeah, kids got mustaches. We can put a mustache on it.
Definitely has to have a mustache.
Mustache, glory hole. What else does this thing need?
I can see you just taking it with you to go have conversations with Chris Campana and Stephanie Lavad and some of these other like Rob's here to talk to you about a donation for C3.
The only thing we're gonna put a black Order Comic Club vest on it.
Fuck you. You can actually DJ will just carry it around in front of him, and so he can feel tall, and he'll just have little eye holes cut through it that he can see through.
Dude, I'm saying forget about a cardboard cutout. I'll make a paper mache suit and wear it. And be like, "Hi, I'm Rob." And then when they look at my feet, I have shoes on. They're gonna be like, "That is an imposter."
His feet are so small. Yeah, look at it. He's wearing stylish Timberlands or something.
That's true. Oh man.
DJ, why is your camera off?
I'm sick as shit. Like I'm like
You're
super
sick?
sick. Yeah.
Show us how sick you are.
Oh no, yeah. I'm I mean, if you want to, like, hi.
Oh, much better than your avatar.
No, I don't want to have to pay attention to the camera. I'm sick. I'm here. Head down. I'm working.
I thought that was your usual MO anyway, was to not pay attention to the camera.
No, normally I'm in a great mood. I was just like, I saw my dudes and you. I wanted to come on here and mansplain.
Oh, thank God.
I still think I'm digging those little spinner fan holographic things. I was surprised how cheap they are.
Rob, we're doing the cardboard standee. We want people to be able to embrace you and pay money to do it.
Yeah.
The only thing, do we throw it out at the end of the con?
Yeah, definitely.
No, you know how sticky the back is gonna be.
I see lots of pictures with tongue. That's on there.
Oh, I know. Somehow I just envision that's going home with Cliff.
That only fits halfway in.
Yo, we should do the cardboard cutout, fully clothed, and every time. Oh, come on.
No, you're not doing the freaking Major League.
Major League. Every time somebody buys an art book, we take off a piece of.
Although you could have everybody come by and sign it, and then you could auction it off at the end or something, or this thing that's signed by everybody.
Way more nefarious ideas than that.
Maybe you could have like Jason Momoa's like naked body underneath.
Bottom line, Rob, is I need the photo, man. I need a good photo of how you want yourself presented at the booth, or I pick.
Or I will.
Those are two options. How do you want to be remembered? Or how do you want me immortalizing you?
I have a sketch of him, if nothing else. So.
Well, Rob's down as the center. See, Justin Birch is already $5 on the cutout. There you go.
That's what it is. Or we can put Rob in like a banana hammock and just have people throw dollars at it.
Jesus Christ.
Why, Rob?
No,
wow, you got
nobody,
just in time, DJ.
Ain't nobody wants to see that.
While you say that, Justin Birch comes in. I got $5 for the cutout.
There you go.
Who's banana?
So, I'm doing a cardboard cutout of Rob to put at the C3 booth, and we're thinking of interesting ideas to do to and with the cardboard cutout.
Oh no! It's very simple. Okay, Rob in his military gear, that young photo of him. You do that one. You do that one. Yeah, you do that one, life size, okay, and people will just line up just to take that picture. They'll just
that's the thing. That's a good point, Cliff. And that's what I told Rob. It's $5 for a picture with Rob. $5 to Comics Curing Cancer for a picture with Rob.
You know, if we lived in a different time, I would totally set up a kissing booth. But that time is long gone.
I don't think it is. I think it's time to bring it back.
Now bring back the kissing booth.
We'll all support you.
Hugging booth with Cliff.
We can call it the
rub and tug booth.
The
$5, a big hug with Cliff.
Wow.
Okay, we will be thrown out of the convention for a rub and tug. I love giving hugs.
I mean, you're just assuming, Cliff.
Maybe 10 for the spin around hug.
I would absolutely do
40 for the reach around.
Oh. And 40 for the reach around, absolutely. Yes. But I would absolutely do like pay for hugs, but like I don't know.
How about pay to not hug me?
Well, yeah, but we all know how you are.
That is a hug because I think people need more hugs. You just crawl up in there and get a hug from this guy. Cliff, I think you should do it for humanity's sake.
Well, maybe in 2027.
Are you planning on going, Cliff?
Not
just planning.
January 16th. Are you planning on going as of right now?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Loser.
Bitch, please.
God, you have no idea what happened.
Now we have another cardboard cutout to.
Yeah.
But then we'll just swap Rob's head and Cliff's body.
It's just not the same without Rob there. It's just not.
So that's what everybody's saying. Robin's not going to be there. So fuck these other 2 guys running this booth. 3 guys, because Austin.
Rob's kind of like
Yeah,
the sun of the comic book community. Like we all kind of just, are orbiting around him.
Hardly.
Has Cliff ever given the sick cat hug to someone?
The sick cat hug. What's that?
I don't know what that is.
I don't know what that is either.
It's like oh.
Oh, yeah, we could have I don't know.
Like someone you just don't like. The little half
No,
hug.
Justin Birch. Justin Birch, if I do go this year, you are getting me that Meatball Hero. You understand, sir? That is happening. The Meatball Hero is happening.
All right? I know
I don't
is
care how I have to find
Justin
you. I don't
owes
care.
a couple people some meaty balls. That's what I know.
Yeah,
I know.
Is this code? Is this code?
No,
So
it's not
YouTube
even
doesn't
code.
take it
It's a
down?
Legit, it is a legit Meatball Hero submarine sandwich, wedge, whatever you people call it, from wherever you are, whatever part of the United States. But this motherfucker owes me a goddamn meatball sandwich, okay?
Holy
Let
shit.
everyone
Only
know.
$2 too? My God. My $2.
Oh, he does. He does. If bitch
That's
don't
amazing.
give me my sandwich this year, I'm gonna break glass and I'm gonna put his head in the toilet until there are answers.
No, don't say stuff about
And
the
that
toilet,
toilet
Cliff.
will smell like white tea.
Oh no, it won't. It's gonna smell like dirty ass until I get my sandwich.
Jesus
Until I get my
Christmas.
sandwich.
So Cliff just
Non-stop.
confirmed he has dirty ass.
Non-stop. No, y'all have not seen Violent Cliff. Violent Cliff is serious.
I've heard about Violent Cliff. I heard you pressing up dudes and throwing them against the fence at the 4th of July party.
That was sexual. I threw someone into a house at the 4th of July party.
The
That was
house. I'm
violence.
sorry. I'm sorry.
That
Yeah,
was
the violence.
violence. The fence is sexual. I'll save that one for Mark.
So let's talk about let's talk about Violent Cliff. Like, how did that whole thing go down?
No, I'm not going to relive that again. I've told it many times.
Are we shaming Cliff or come on?
No,
But
not at all.
Well, okay. So anyhow,
we should be easy on him.
it was a 4th of July party, and this person who's allegedly a friend of mine, who's been drinking, like start just talking all sorts of stuff about, gay people. Oh, not like you, Cliff, and queers and transgender people are ruining the world and blah 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 blah. And I was like, okay, I've had enough of this shit.
Oh, I thought he was just drunk and you slapped him up. I didn't know it was all of this.
Oh no, this is what caused it. And by the way, I took 45 minutes of this, where I was being peaceful, Cliff.
That's 44 minutes too long.
And then I just and then that switch flip, that was like, this is 45 minutes too long, right? Because
walked away.
That's what I was trying to be peaceful, but when I got up and he got up a little bit in my face, and then I threw him into the side of that wall.
No, it's not.
That will come up a little bit. I left. Some of my friends followed me to the car. I'm like, I'm just gonna go home. And then the people who were hosting the rest of the night told him what a mess he was. My other friend who was there, who's very intelligent, very sophisticated, he's saying goodnight, and he's like, "Oh, give me a hug." He's like, "I'm not giving you a hug." He goes, "And you have a lot of work to do on yourself." Yeah, right?
This wasn't the dad from American Beauty, right? From across the street.
Kevin Smith.
Oh, please.
No, not Kevin. Not Kevin. The Chris, whatever his name was.
Oh.
Yeah, the closeted homophobe guy.
Oh yeah.
What a twist that was in that movie. And I remember
that was great,
dude. Yeah, my friends were so mad that I forced them to go see that movie because they all wanted to go see The Beach with Leonardo DiCaprio. And I was like, no, we're going to watch a real movie.
I saw that American Beauty on Thanksgiving. So Thanksgivings, either they go really well or you have an argument and you just storm off and leave. So we were.
You get to storm off and leave? What kind of Puerto Rican Thanksgiving is that? Usually y'all hash it out until you're exhausted and then it's time for coffee.
Oh no. I'm not that dude. I'm legit like I'm out. Like I'm not a confrontational guy. And I remember there was like some beef. We were in my grandmother's house and I was just like, we're out. Destiny was like a year old. And I was like, what is there to do on Thanksgiving? Everything is closed. So we go to the Virgin record store in Times Square at the time. There was a movie theater in the basement and it was like $5 a movie. So then we go, it was only like American Beauty was the only thing that was just like, all right, let's see this because it looks good. I haven't seen it. For the first time ever in my life, I got carded. I'm with my daughter, and I got carded to go into the movie theater. She's like, can I see ID? I'm like, yeah, she's in the carriage. That's my ID.
Holy, you have a
So-
baby face. Did you?
Yeah. So then we go in, and it was just literally the three of us in this movie theater, and I was like amazed by American Beauty. So dope.
It was good. I mean, that's a solid movie right there.
BRB. I gotta
will
bring in
stand
the
the test
garbage
of time.
cans.
Oh, Friday's his garbage day too. Great.
Yeah, mine.
That's
Mine's
brutal.
garbage day today. Yes.
Listen, Friday mornings is such a freaking hassle for me. Like I am like scrambling to make sure every piece of garbage is out of the freaking house. You know, moving trash cans around, all just, oh my God, it was so cold today. 19 freaking degrees, and it felt like -2, like bone chilling cold winds. I'm wearing 3 layers. My big fat ass is wearing 3 layers, and I got my winter coat over there because I ain't playing these games. I'm not playing these games out here. And I got to take people to the food pantry today, so those people are freezing. The last time I went on a cold day, the entire food pantry staff is hiding in the hallway inside the school that they rent, right? And then they see the car pull up, and then they run out, and they check you in, and another dude comes out and takes your order, and then they run in, and then they run out, and they're like, get the trunk open. And I pop that trunk, and we load up the car and slam it, and we just drive off.
Oh my God. Do you
'Cause
get
they're
some, like, hand
freezing.
warmers you can hand out to them or something?
Yeah, we're freezing. They're freezing. Oh my God, I'm so happy. Like, so there's these 2 dudes, and I've always assumed that they're gay. And I kind of assumed they were a couple. But like last week, I was so happy.
That sounds
Because-
bad already. Sorry.
I'm back.
No, this was sweet. No, last week I was so happy because like they finally opened up to me, and they're like, oh my gosh, you should come to our church sometime, blah, 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 blah. You know, we go and we adopted this dog. And I was like, oh my God, you guys have finally confessed your open love to me, and you invited me to your queer church. I love this.
What did I miss?
No,
That
thank
the
You
two-
go into
that
queer
two-
church, you said.
Yes. No, two dudes at who volunteered at the food pantry. Like I suspected they were a couple, but like last week, like they openly discussed their like relationship in front of me and talked about like visiting their church and shit. So that was really nice for me,
Oh, nice.
you know. And in case people did not know, it is still difficult for gay people to make gay friends.
Interesting.
Why do
I
you
don't know
think
if you noticed about straight people, but they're not great at making friends either, Cliff.
Yeah.
That's just a human thing.
I had to start a YouTube channel.
There's a whole movie called "I Love You, Man" that was made about the trouble that people have in making straight friends. It's just
Mark, be
You're-
careful. He's gonna throw you up against the house.
Yeah,
I can see it in his eyes.
you're grown-ups. You're too
Orphans.
busy to make
Wink.
friends. I think was the whole premise of that.
No,
It's just-
I mean I understand. I just it's systemically weird.
Yeah,
Because
I feel
I
you,
have-
I got y'all on here. Like I work, I'm with my family. I see y'all once a year, and outside of that, I see my one friend off here, and he's gay. So I'm his straight friend, and he's my gay friend by your definition. So we're both struggling, I guess.
No, I'm just. By the way, it's friends are friends, but it is.
Oh, okay. So people are
is-
just people. My bad.
No,
People are people, so why should it be
Right,
that
you
you
know
and
what?
I get
Oh,
along so
God,
awfully?
Mark, I'm sorry
Right,
that
Rob.
things are not. I'm sorry that things are not as black and white as you would like them to be.
I
But the
just
truth,
like-
of,
That's
the
a Michael
truth of the
Jackson
matter
song, too.
is, the truth of the matter is, people are people. but our identity factors into it. So like when I make friends with heterosexuals, I find it very easy. And sometimes it's very funny and charming because they're just like, oh my God, this is a dude who tells me how cute I am. This is amazing. Nobody tells me I'm cute, you know? And then like, you know, I'll meet
Hey,
like
check
gay
out
dudes and it's all very swirly and complicated. I mean, I have some gay friends, which is great. Like, thank God.
Maybe that's
but,
an
like,
individual thing. Maybe you're
you
just running into
The wrong
swirly,
people.
complicated people.
Swirly?
That's his term.
Oh, I've never heard that term.
What the hell,
What the
madam?
hell is swirly?
I didn't use the term swirly, but I described a swirly.
Hold up. Pin the erection on Rob's cutout.
Why
I'm
do you
still trying
think?
to figure out
Why?
what to do with this cutout.
I'm just trying to figure why is Madam so interested in giving me an erection?
I'm just trying to make you so upset you disappear in person. Like,
Have you
it's
seen?
here.
Have
It's gonna
you
happen.
seen
Look,
Madam? Have you seen
Madam.
Madam sign comic books and the dicks that she draws on them? All right, this woman is ready. This woman is ready to exploit any man at the drop of a hat, and that's why she's my girl. That's why she's my girl.
Damn.
Let's go.
Wow. No, I was just gonna say I would love to be at Heroes Con. Don't get me wrong.
Rob is like,
Oh, you will be there, Rob.
I
In one
just,
form or another.
I just, it's just one of those things where I do have to kind of prioritize my youngest.
nah, fuck that. That's fucked up, Rob.
Speak-
You love your
Well,
kid.
we could probably save a couple bucks, Rob, if we just get the cardboard cutout of your kid and bring it. Could it be a smaller cardboard cutout so we can
That's
save
tr-
a few bucks?
That's true.
That's true. Yeah.
But we need a cardboard.
And I can make sure nothing happens to the cutout of your child.
Yeah, we need a cardboard cutout with a voice box, though.
Okay, can I? I'm serious. I'm serious. I want to bring up. I want to bring up a serious topic, and I'm not even kidding.
Hold up,
And
hold up, Cliff. Just to preface this, you're gonna bring up a serious topic. 99% chance I will make a joke. I just want to throw that out there.
It's gonna happen.
I mean, you can make a joke, but I just want you to know, I spoke with my doctor.
Oh,
well, maybe
and,
not.
I've had blood work done recently. So she brought up that she didn't like that my liver enzymes were elevated, right? So she wants to work on that, and we were just talking, and I mentioned comics curing cancer and the tattoo, and she's just like, not while your liver enzymes are elevated, the tattoo will elevate them even further, and blah blah.
oh wow.
All right, Cliff had to go.
No, I'm sorry. He's right.
Dude,
That's
Ty-
serious.
Tyler number 2.
He's
No,
being
put him back.
honest. I'm sorry. That's not
So
funny.
anyhow, you asshole, who thank you for being concerned about your fucking friend on Friday.
I am. I'm concerned about my friend's tattoo by proxy. My friend.
Yeah, you freaking selfish bitch. I'm gonna get it, but I gotta get my liver enzymes under control. So thank you. You're welcome.
Cliff, I do want to point out.
You skinny Augustin bitch.
Because I'm thinking so deeply about you. Had this been done in the last 6 to 8 weeks, you would have never known about the liver thing. You would have had the tattoo already.
Right, but I also would have landed. I could have landed in the hospital, Mark. Thank you.
And ran into the solution to this problem sooner. I'm not hearing the problem here.
All right.
You're an ass. You're an ass.
I'm praying
DJ,
for you.
could you tell a funny joke? DJ, do you have a funny joke?
So you could have
to tell
had
in
the
this situation?
tattoo, been healed, and been living on cloud 9 for the past 6 weeks had you done it sooner. That's what you're telling me? That's what you're telling me?
I have the perfect solution.
Mark.
Yeah.
I have the perfect solution, and it I am concerned about your liver and your enzymes
Yeah.
and things like that. So let's just move on to like a cattle brand, like a comics curing cancer cattle brand.
There we go. We're gonna have to simplify it down to just C3, obviously, but we're willing to settle.
Tattoo would suit.
No.
A couple weeks of
How does that? In all sincerity, Cliff, in like,
Yeah,
'cause I
how
have
does
no clue. I'm a clean skin, fair skin lad. How does a tattoo affect your liver enzymes?
Dude, I'm just saying, she brought it up. I Googled it. Apparently, she's not entirely wrong. So here, let me pull up the Google thing.
No, I'm not questioning that it does. I'm saying, how does that work? I can understand like blood pressure,
Well,
like your
she's
nerves,
like-
shit like that.
No, it's so
Okay.
tattoo ink can lead to heavy metals in the bloodstream, lymph nodes, and liver. And my lymph nodes are already messed up. I already got the swollen leg problem. So it's just, this is multiple things we're talking about.
Yeah, just
Negatively
compounded.
affecting liver enzyme levels and causing inflammation. Exposure to these metals and chemicals can place an extreme burden on the liver and other organs of elimination. Studies show that polycyclic aromatic hydrocarbons have been found stored in the lymph nodes of tattooed people, potentially turning them into granuloma. The process of getting a tattoo breaks the skin, causing skin infections and other health problems afterwards. High liver enzymes can raise concerns about liver health, as they can indicate inflammation within the liver. Common causes of elevated liver enzymes include non-prescription pain medications, such as
I
Tylenol.
just looked it up. You're saying a lot of a lot of words get lost.
I know. Listen. I don't even know all the words I'm saying, but the point is,
getting a tattoo could potentially have some indirect effects on your liver enzymes, which is common markers in liver function tests, but the evidence is limited, mostly indirect, and far from conclusive for the average person. The main way that a tattoo could relate to your liver enzymes and the biggest historical risk would be blood-bone infections like Hep B or C from unsterile equipment. So
Poly means many.
Make sure that she cleans them things. Bring your own rubbing alcohol, and you'll be fine.
Mark.
No, I'm not worried about my tattoo artist. All right. But I do have a lymph node. I do have a real lymph node problem. I do have already elevated enzymes. I have legitimate concerns, and she has legitimate concerns.
All right. I can see that Steph is legitimately concerned for you. So I'm going to ask Steph, are you going to do it? Are you going to step up to the plate and take his tattoo place and get this tattoo in his stead?
I'll think about it. Okay.
Okay. That's not a no, guys.
It's not a no.
Thank you, Steph.
You're welcome.
I am going to proceed to the best of my ability, and because I really want to do this, because I promised to do this, and I do not want to pull a Tyler. So,
no, but that's a big thing to ask.
Yeah, it's not that big. If it just means a smaller tattoo, it's fine. But
I was gonna get the tattoo. And
let's get Rob to weigh in on this.
Yeah, I realized my body is a temple and a wonderland.
Rob can't even keep a straight face right now.
I know, Rob has so many thoughts going through.
Look, having recently just got through what I deemed was my last tattoo when at my stage with
recently.
Well, I guess it was a year and a half ago now, but
wow.
It was
it's like a day ago.
Yeah, it was before Heroes Con last year. When I got it done, I've now with diabetes and everything else, it was definitely not an easy trek. It was a much more complicated or minor complications, and it was a more difficult road to get through than any of my past tattoos and such. So it was definitely helped me to decide that was definitely the last one I was doing.
Was it because of the placement?
Gone down? Is that why?
No, it had nothing. It was on my calf, so it was nothing like I
thought it was the one in your pelvis.
No, you're thinking of you're thinking of my snake tattoo. That's different.
It was your tramp stamp, right?
No, that's somebody else.
I've never gotten ink.
Yeah, no, it just, when you're having these different things, it's how they can interconnect and how they affect the individual can be different and unique. And so it is generally a good idea to follow the advice of your doctor, generally.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Generally.
But Cliff, I'm thinking about you, dog. I'm thinking about you.
Although at the same time, I can't help it. I'm not saying that Cliff's trying to weasel out of it, but it's one of those things where it does. You sit there and you just go like, "Man, Tyler has ruined something else for everyone." Where now we have Cliff crap because of Tyler. It has nothing to do with really Cliff. It all has to do with Tyler.
I think if Cliff provides a note from his doctor,
but again. Tyler has ruined it to the point where you even speculate that shit.
I'm gonna be 1,000% honest with you guys. I forgot you even had said that, or that was even a thing, Cliff. I completely forgot about this tattoo thing.
Oh, I'm sorry, but I didn't. I think about it like every day.
On the back of his mind, I think.
Yeah. Let's substitute it for a sharp. Can we just get like a quality Sharpie drawing that you just have to update like once a month, like touch it up?
I said I would give him a
quality Sharpie.
Ongoing hit.
Yeah, like you can get like those sets of Sharpies, like he like a pack with like 50 Sharpies in it. We can get all the purple, black, red, and yellow we need, and get somebody who can draw to.
Dude,
draw this on your forehead like the rapper 6
You're gonna have him do Sharpies, just have him do a C3 on his forehead every day, for like a year.
Mickey, you got to Mickey.
We're going the Sharpie route. We want it to be a face tattoo.
The great annual C3 tattoo back out. Wow.
Oh, it wasn't.
They
Cliff's
can
Tiger.
catch on as they're
It's
cutting.
Tyler ruined it for everyone.
Rich from Ohana actually has the C3 tattoo.
Yeah, Rich
does.
did it all on his own.
Yep.
I'm still waiting for my royalties. That was
goodness
crazy
gracious.
when I saw it. I thought it was when I met him in person, because I know Rob, you have met him in person like multiple times over there out at
Huh?
SacCon.
No, he's in. He's
just
closer to Mark than any of us, man.
Who,
yeah.
Rich?
Yeah, he's in Georgia.
When I saw
Rich is
him,
in Georgia?
he's in
Yes.
Georgia.
Thought he was in Hawaii.
No. He likes the culture and everything, but that's why he's got a giant peach in his logo.
Oh wow, no, but
I
I
was
saw his
a
tattoo.
fan
I
of
was just like,
buns.
yo, that's real. Like I was like, holy shit, that's crazy.
Yep.
I don't have any ink myself.
We're sorry.
I'm soft. When I was 15, I think I was either 15. I went with my brother to the tattoo spot, and he was gonna pay for my tattoo, but then it got like really late. Like his took super long.
Oh, how nice for
Cool
you.
story, bro.
Yeah. I was gonna get the Wu-Tang Clan logo, the W.
Aren't you glad you
thank
didn't?
God you didn't.
No, I would
Damn,
have
everybody.
I would have been fine with that. Yo, Wu-Tang is for the children. Wu-Tang is forever. Like I would have never thought in that this was 95, that in 2026 I'd be talking about it or whatever.
About the time you didn't get a tattoo? Yeah, I was surprised
No,
you'd
but
still
even the
talk about that too.
No, but even the Wu-Tang logo where no one's saying
30 years
"Oh,
from now, I'm going to be talking about that tattoo I didn't get.
no, but just the Wu-Tang logo where no one is saying, oh man, remember that from back in the day? Like it's still relevant, which is crazy to me. You know what? Fuck you guys.
Speaking of tattoos, do you have
Wu-Tang impresses me and disappoints me constantly throughout my life.
Why?
Musically, they have entertained me. Personal personalities. They have been extremely divisive with my whole life. And then, of course, they went and rescued the freaking Ottawa food pantry in the middle of the pandemic. So then, of course, it made me love them slightly again. So yeah, mixed feelings all around.
Protect your neck.
There
What
you
up,
go.
Matt? How are you?
Wait, if you're
that's all you
telling me that you can like somebody despite not agreeing with 100% of the things they say and do?
Not always, Mark.
It's a trap, Cliff. It's a trap. It's a trap.
Fall back! Fall back!
It's a trap.
He's taking you someplace bad.
No, I've just
Mark
learned
was
that
lining
Mark,
you up. Oh,
I just learned that Mark always wants a trap, so I just sit here and just go fuck him.
All I'm doing is I'm just reiterating what y'all say in simpler terms. That's all I'm doing.
Yeah. We need that clip, Mark. It's a trap.
It's a trap.
I just saw you loading up your scope. I'm like, what's up, Matt?
Good morning, Matt. Yeah. Good morning, Matt.
Matthew.
Matt, how many tattoos do you have? That's the topic we're on right now.
And are you
No,
willing
Matt,
to get
it's a
one?
trap.
Are you willing to get a C3 tattoo for
I got a bad one. It's a lousy one. I got a travel tattoo when I was in the 90s. So, you know.
So everyone did. So
Yeah, that one's
everyone's got
causing me trauma.
No, I got no trouble.
Golden
I got no
ladies.
tribal. I know what you're talking about.
That looks like Baphomet, the demon of something.
Yeah.
Like, stop trying to stir up the freaking conspiracy lovers. That's the first.
Just a
freaking-
small town bird.
That's the first freaking demon they go to every single time. It's like
Well,
it's like they
only
never read
because
the
that's the one that's being signaled to you. Like it's not even secretly signaled.
I want to get I want to get another one though. I want to get the
See,
snake
that's
eye.
the thing. You can't call someone a conspiracy theorist when you don't know what they're talking about when they say it.
Well, upon a pale horse. What I don't know.
No, why people go to Baphomet because that's the one that's
You know
being
why they go to Baphomet.
specifically
It all
signaled.
started with upon a pale horse.
Behold the pale horse.
I did think about getting that tattooed on me at one point.
Oh, the
but-
snake eye symbol.
Yeah.
Oh,
What's the name of that clan that it's signal for?
The Orochi.
Who?
Shit, I can't say it right. I'll say it wrong. The
The
Orochi.
clan from the second movie, though, right? Like where they were, all the ninjas went, they were fighting on the cliff and everything.
Yeah.
oh, ninja.
And it had that guy from Wu-Tang Clan, didn't it?
Who is it?
I think he was in the second G.I. Joe movie in the.
I think that's the third one. Think about the Snake Eyes origin.
Oh, maybe. I don't know. They all blend
It's a
together.
trap.
The trap.
Oh shit.
Oh, I hear another person entering the chat.
I feel
What is
so-
going on, Justin?
Hello.
How many tattoos do you have? And good morning.
None.
Oh, look,
I've been
it's the
thinking of
other
getting. I have been
one.
thinking of getting one though.
What are you going to get? And can we recommend one?
Can we vote on it?
I actually, it's way far in my Instagram, but I did have a henna tattoo,
Oh, nice.
and it was "We accept the love we think we deserve," because that's a really good quote that I definitely agree with, and is very relevant. Also,
I disagree.
Yeah, RZA played the hard master in
It's,
G.I.
it's
Jane.
probably the worst quote I've ever heard in my life.
all right, we can leave.
Okay.
Now,
Justin,
now rebut that.
Justin, we're on everyone's on an attack mode. Cliff's just happy other people are pulling up.
Be careful,
Listen.
Justin.
Yeah, watch,
Cliff?
watch
That
your
is
back.
not true.
Cliff confessed his HIPAA information to us
Damn, I
that
was about to do
that we are personally privy to now.
Look at HR over here.
Mhm.
And we should take a note.
Yeah. Steph is definitely this stream's HR. She's like, Mark, calm down.
Steph should change her name to Toby from the office.
Things get too spicy, and Steph's like, I gotta go, guys.
I mean, she started it with that cardboard cutout.
Yeah, that's a good point. Whenever Steph has something slick to say, we're just gonna go back to the stuff she doesn't say out loud.
What did you tell the?
Steph, real quick, sorry, Matt. Stephanie, can you read your comment out loud to us, please?
And omit.
I know what
That's all the
Justin's
good stuff.
thinking. Justin's thinking, why?
Did you know how much money we could raise with like 20 of those on that cutout? We could raise a lot of money.
I'm for it.
Yeah,
I'm not the one that's critical of your good ideas.
yeah. I'm aiming high. Read the quote, but omit cutout.
Yeah,
All right.
I love it.
I unfortunately need to jam. I need to take care of something before I go to my meeting.
Oh,
So-
we know what you're gonna feed the geese.
We'll talk about your erection and your cutout later.
Mm.
Well, okay, clip that part. I want to have that clip where Madam says she wants to talk about my erection.
I just had it up on screen. Yeah, I just had it up on screen. I asked her to reread it.
Oh, that's what I was gonna do. I totally
Good
forgot.
morning, Brian.
I'm just dumbfounded by her sudden enamoration with me. But you know, get a boyfriend, woman.
Matt, did you end up watching Starfleet or Running Man or anything last night?
All right,
I fell asleep
hope
the
you feel
next
better. DJ,
but I
hope you
didn't.
feel better.
I fell asleep right like at the
Thank you,
beginning
bro.
of
Love
it,
you,
so I have
brother.
to watch it again today.
Cliff, did you watch Starfleet Academy?
No.
Rob, I'm gonna pin the erection on your forehead.
I mean, unicorn.
What's
Justin
new
woke
on
up to
what's in your
this
current
nonsense.
to
He's like,
watch
why
list?
couldn't it be a
Cliff?
cardboard cutout of like a hot lady? What's going on?
I swear, how much money would you pay to go slap that on Rob's cutout? How much good money would you?
The amount of money will determine the size of it.
Yeah. I mean, I think you're gonna have to pay me, madam.
We're gonna have like micro. All the
Oh
way.
God! Now you're making fun of people with disabilities, Steph. Wow, wow. Use
God
the
dang.
medical term too. Golly.
That reminds me, I haven't seen Scary Movie in a long time. Hey, Justin,
Yo,
be careful. It's a trap. That's gonna that jumped the shark already. That was quick.
It didn't take long, did it?
No, not at all. Justin, what you got going on in your life, man? Talk to us.
nothing much. Just got a day off, so looking forward to that.
Day off from what?
Work.
What do you do for work, sir? If you don't mind me asking.
I'm a para at my local high school.
Nice.
You're a what?
A para at my local high school. Like a paraprofessional.
Oh, I thought you meant like more than one, but not more than two.
Like a pair.
Like a pair of shoes.
I thought he meant he was just like the fruit. He was a pear.
I was thinking paramilitary, but
I thought even like open air.
That's cool.
Yes.
Do the yeah, I could see the students having a great relationship with you.
Yes.
You said high school?
Yes.
Those kids either they love high school, either they love you or they hate you.
Yep.
Well, they're crazy. They're all crazy
Yeah.
because they're all just all over the place.
So wait, Justin, what is your actual? What is you act? What is not your title? What do you actually do?
He's a paraprofessional.
So like I help out the kids with like homework and classwork, all that stuff.
Oh, that's nice. All right, so it's like an on-staff tutor.
Yes.
So then when if you help out a student, I'm just gonna throw a situation out in the air, right? Let's say I'm little Billy. I'm like, hey, Mr. JustinComicx, help me with my math test. And then you're tutoring me and I still fail. Do I press you in the hallway and be like, yo, I still failed. You ain't teach me shit.
Well, they thankfully don't put me in classes that I'm unprepared for, except actually I was in a pre-algebra class that definitely wasn't the best, but it would actually be their parents that would get mad at me, I would feel.
Wow. What has that ever happened? Have you ever had like a heated exchange?
Not yet. Knock on wood.
Oh man, knock on wood that happens soon, right?
Yes, exactly. That's all I need.
Interesting.
Yeah, teaching wouldn't be as bad as it is, except there wasn't any parents, with their opinions. Because sometimes after teaching, you talk to the parent because the child's acting up, and then you talk to the parent, and it like dawns on you, like, oh, now I know why.
That's where I get it from.
Like, okay.
So in high school, what was what did you get in trouble for? Like, what was like the one time that you got like a deep trouble that you're allowed to share, that you can share without it like ruining your YouTube career?
We did talk about this before. Madam was talking about that. Her situation this way. Okay. Her situation. She was a troublemaker. I remember we talking about that. Mine's lame because I was always a good student, but a lot of disruption in the class. Like I would always I have a good friend in the class, especially if it's a math class. Forget it. You talk to that kid, and we'll get work done, but we'll be loud.
Nice.
Yeah.
What's up, Blake?
What up, Bleak?
Morning. How you doing, guys?
Bleaker is here.
What about you, Cliff? What was the one time you got in trouble?
All right. One time. Well, no. One time I had detention for talking in church.
You went to Catholic
school? Detention for talking in church? I didn't know church could give you detention.
That is the lamest thing to get in trouble for.
It was during so I went to Catholic school and we went for an afternoon for I don't remember what. Yeah. And of course I sat next to somebody who was chatty, so I was too noisy, so they punished me. And I had detention for that. Then there was another time that much later, not in Catholic school.
Were these in your Catholic school? Were these the days where they were still allowed to hit you with the ruler?
No.
Oh, yeah.
But they weren't great. They weren't great. So there was one thing in Catholic school. I don't know. It was so weird. It wasn't real punishment. I'll skip it because there was no punishment at the end. But my mom was gonna go in there and whoop somebody's ass, so that was great. What happened in high school? I got caught skipping class, and worse yet, not only did I get caught skipping class, like I can't remember exactly what I did, but I forged the hallway pass, right? And so they caught me skipping class, and I was like, no, I have a hallway pass. And they're like, no, it's bull, because the vice principal talked to, that teacher, and like, this is all garbage. And I was like, okay.
And they're like, you're going to jail for fraud.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So that was like a whole thing. And then I had in-school suspension for that. I don't know, like just nothing really, you know.
I was about to get kicked out of school.
You know, it's really funny. I really try to block all of that out. And then people I went to high school with were like, "Oh my God, Cliff, like, you know, we always knew you were gay, but we loved you anyway." And I'm kind of like, who are you? Like, I'm like, what? I'm like, where was all this when I needed it? I'm like, I didn't understand. And like, and I feel, and maybe I feel a little bit bad because I was like, okay, well, this person never did me any wrong. So like, you know, like I just was really unhappy and just tried to block all of it out due to my unhappiness.
I could have gotten kicked out. Luckily, I didn't get in trouble. I used to sell things to
Be more specific, DJ.
Things, bootleg CDs, let's say, to the like the security guards in school. And I remember it was on the 3rd floor, Officer Johnson. We were in the middle of a transaction. And then I just see my friend running down the hallway, and he's just like, "Yo, legs!" And I'm like, "Yo, what the hell's going on?" And he was like, "No, it's a trap."
I like how much he just cracked himself up with that.
I know. He really enjoys that story.
Yo,
You have
I'm dying in my chair right now. Oh shit! That was one hell of a weave.
Hey.
No, the true story. I did get in trouble one time. I'm not proud of this. It was probably the 10th grade. I stole this kid's hat. So after school, he had a dope hat, and I went up to him and I was just like, "Yo, run your shit." Took his hat. And then the very next day, got in trouble. They brought me to the principal's office. I don't know how my mother was there. Like, my mother was there and my dad was there. And my dad never came up to school, ever. So I was just like, "Yo, what the hell is going on?" So they're talking. They're showing super disappointment. I felt really bad because my relationship with my mother, we were super cool. We left, and she's just like, "Yo, I didn't raise you this way. Like, you shouldn't do that." So then I'm like, "Oh fuck, I'm gonna get in trouble." She was just like, "Let's go," and we went to like the Graham Ave, which is a big shopping district. Yo, and she bought me this Jordan hat for like $80. And mind you, this was like 1994. And she was just like, "I'm getting you this so that you never have to do that again. Because if I like yell at you and scold you, that's not going to change you. Just let you know that we want you to have, and we'll make the sacrifices for you to have so that you don't have to do that again." And I was just like, "Oh shit, whatever." Yeah. Shout out to my moms. R.I.P.
I got in trouble in 1st grade.
Deuces.
I got in trouble all the time.
I got in a big fight with another girl who's sitting next to me, and she pulled my hair. And everyone in the back, all the bigger kids, were like, "Fight, fight, 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 fight." They're all chanting. And I'm like there, and I punched her in the nose. And then, yeah, I remember my parents having to talk to me.
Oh.
It was like
Damn,
it was like Fight Club in the back of the school bus.
I just got emotional telling that story. I'm like, "Yo."
That's actually a good story, DJ. I liked it.
Thank you,
Mine's
sir.
I got caught ditching class like 3 or 4 times. One time we left in the middle of lunch because we were playing our big high school rival in football, and we went to the other high school and threw glitter and put flyers on all their cars out in the parking lot to tell them how bad they sucked. Then we got caught. Actually, they called the state police because one of the girls that went with us, her mom went to check her out and she wasn't in high school, so they called the police on us.
Wow.
And then one time we were ditching class. We would ditch class to go smoke some herb.
Nice.
Oregano.
I was called a juvenile delinquent from the other room. You heard me.
I prefer the Italian blend.
I like this. Matt, DJ, Madam, Justin, Mark, Bleak. If you know, you know. When Cliff rolled in to guess that key.
Oh, he didn't say
Yo, Pop,
He hit everybody up but me. And
Pops,
called me a
Pops
fucking
is doing
waste.
me dirty because Pops knows that I have always shown him love and a shout out no matter what.
Pops is the man.
He
I want to be like Pops.
he put the laughing faces there.
No, of course, I know.
Look, Pop's hitting the lure. That's funny.
I strive to be like Pops. If I could be half of the grandfather
kid
that
Cliffy,
Pops
my
is, I'll
boy.
be okay.
Yo, Pops is on top of it, man. On top of it.
Oh, tell us this story, Cliff.
Listening to y'all's high school stories warmed my heart that y'all came up with such like sweet, innocent era through high school. That's just, I took someone's hat or pulled a ponytail or that's
they don't know, Mark. They don't know.
I was a fucking savage by the time I was in 8th grade. Like, what are y'all talking about?
You know what's funny? I can't speak for other people here,
They don't
but
know.
as someone who was so freaking terrified during high school, the fact that you're like, oh, it's sweet. There's nothing sweet about it. I was afraid constantly. All right. So there was nothing sweet about it. There is still this dude who was in basketball who became a minister, by the way, and I still haven't
Cliff,
seen him
when
in
we're in
years.
a more appropriate setting for me to talk about some things, I'll share some stuff with you.
Yeah, don't share your stories, dog. They're gonna take down your channel.
Yeah, in all sincerity, I think I'm fearless now because of the situations I put myself in at such a young age. I was not even in high school, and I was in situations and places that adults definitely shouldn't be in, and I was definitely not safe in. That I put myself there, just to put it lightly. But by the time I was in 12th grade, school is broken down into 9 weeks. Justin gets it. You get a report card every 9 weeks. You get the Christmas break halfway through. The second half of my senior year, there's I participated in I missed an entire 9 weeks plus another week just from how much I skipped. But we had a graphic arts department at my school where we had printing press. We were the only school in the county with a printing press. Most schools don't have them. So they did a lot of it. We did a lot of the printing at that school that went to the whole county because they wouldn't have to outsource to have stuff printed because the county owned a printing press, which was a huge deal. And I was in that class.
Shout out to Johannes Gutenberg for the printing press.
Shout out. When you miss school the next day, you have to bring a doctor's note or a note from home, and they give you a slip in your first period class that the teacher pulls out of his desk, and he signs off that it's an excused or unexcused absence. Those slips were color coded per week, and we printed all of them out at the first of the year. Specifically, I did, and when I was doing it, I was peeling off a little stack out of every single color. My book bag didn't have a single school book in it. It had nothing but beef sticks, and it had
the beef sticks. I forgot.
It had beef sticks, and it had admin. So I would just leave school. I would come and go how I wanted to, and then the next day, because it was math and math was just easy for me, my teacher would give me my makeup work. I would not have a note. He would give me an unexcused absence, which means you're not allowed to have your makeup work. But while sitting in his class, I would just go in my book bag and pull out the right color one and just re-initial it, his initial, right excused, and just go about my day. By the end of the school year, long story short, I got an award from Country Meats, the company that sold the beef sticks. There's me receiving the award. And I also had my mom had to go have a conversation with the superintendent of the county because though I missed so many days, I almost got arrested for truancy. I still had all A's and B's, and they demanded that I get my graduation.
Shout out to the beef sticks.
Like that's
shout out to those of us who had.
That is like the most tame way of just giving you a purview of how my senior year looked. Why I wasn't there and what I was doing, and the days I spent in ISS and all kinds of things.
So, Mark, me and you said like we would have got along swimmingly in high school.
That's what Jeff Johns told me.
Yes, that's a fact. Oh,
so
man, the good old
besides
days.
punching that girl on the school bus in first grade, I was an angel like every year.
Yeah, I feel you. They tried that with me, man. They like all the stuff that they tried just didn't ultimately work. They tried to ISS me, long story short, for a calculator. And then they tried to just do the tacking on more days thing to the point of it became an issue. Like they're mad at me because like they couldn't figure out how I was getting around the system, but they knew I was up to something. And it got to the point where they were using ISS as revenge against me because they couldn't figure it out. and then again, it caused a situation where the school had to be notified, like y'all can't target a student like this. We get it, he's up to something, but he's not doing it where we can figure him out.
Mark, you were like the cool hand Luke of your high school, sounds like.
Dude, I didn't fuck with nobody, but I fucked with everybody in my high school. Like the people that I cared to spend my time with and stuff did not attend that school. They were other people in a different area. They had probably should have graduated had they graduated a decade before that.
Yeah, like I regret because when we went into so my high school, it was you ever saw The Principal with John Belushi?
Yeah.
I think when I was little.
Yeah, I've seen it. It's a good movie.
Yeah, it's amazing. So that's how my high school was in 9th and 10th grade. So it was like people doing whatever, smoking in the hallway. Like it was legit madness.
Smoking in the boys' room?
In the hallway. The principal walking in the hallway, and it was just like, get to class. No, fuck you. Like, yo, it was the wildest shit. So I went from 8th grade straight to 10th grade, and I played myself my 9th grade year. So I could have graduated high school in 3 years, but I didn't because in 9th grade I chose to just be a delinquent. And then after 10th grade, they fired the entire administration, and they brought in like these people that turned around this other school, and they turned that shit into like a prison. Like,
oh shit,
yo, it was.
Remember that movie 187 with Sam Jackson where he goes into that school and starts like, oh yeah, that was a wild one too.
No, and they turned it around, and then I became like I was I graduated like with honors, and then I was in like the student government.
Well,
yo, legit, dude. Like, yo, it was
stand and deliver.
It was madness.
I'm trying to get to these kids,
bro. Fights every day, race riots, like legit, like crazy shit. And then they turned it around. Shout out to Dr. Billig, who was the principal.
Yeah, I think looking back on it, I'm very glad that I didn't care like deeply about the other kids at that school. Because like Cliff, to your point about being scared, like I would hate to feel that way there.
Izzy says girls getting pregnant at the stairs. That was not pregnant, but that was a thing. And when those rumors, when people got in trouble for stuff, that shit spread like wildfire.
And it's a different era now, Justin. How is that still like a big thing? Like back in the day, like when we were a little bit younger, you had cliques, like DJ said, you had like race wars. You had very tribal stuff happening in school. You had the band kids kind of did their thing, but you had like the jocks. You had the kids that weren't band kids, but they weren't jocks, but they were big into the size of the tires on their cars. And you have all these little cliques, and they would beef at times. Y'all still have a lot of that, or is it a more inclusive environment now?
Somewhere in the middle, I would say. Like you don't have noticeable cliques, but you don't have like the nerdy kids hanging out with the popular kids. You don't have the delinquents hanging out with the kids who get straight A's, but you still.
I don't like the way you said that.
I got it from you.
I learned by watching you, Dad.
Yeah, I remember our senior class, like the dynamics in high school were very interesting. Like our class hung out with the class above us. There was a lot of mixing with the cliques. You didn't have the straight A kids hanging out with the party kids because they were too busy getting straight A's. But when we the class that was under ours, they were like the first era of like that straight edge was popular kind of thing. Like we don't smoke or drink or cuss. We're straight edge as fuck.
Yeah. CM Punk.
And so like it was weird because our senior class didn't have the juniors to hang out with, which was fun in high school. Like the grades mixing, you mix in your electives and stuff like that. They weren't lame. They just were into completely different stuff. I don't know. They just sat around and watched Wheel of Fortune or something. I'm not sure, but it was odd. But our class, dude, everyone really got along with each other in our grade level. It was wild.
Yeah, no, it was crazy. I remember. So Miss Madeline is 2 years behind me, right? Because she's 1 year younger, and then she got left back when she was really little because she's dumb. No, so I remember. So she got to witness the school because we met in school, like when she was in 9th grade and I was in 10th grade or whatever. or whatever. But she got to witness like one of those riots, and she was like, she had to duck in the elevator. You know how the elevator is a little bit indented, and literally everyone was fighting in the hallway, and she's just, you know, she's a tiny little thing, so she's just like, yo, scared to death because she was raised super shielded. So she and she came from Catholic school, so she didn't see any of this stuff.
What does that say?
It was supposed to say smoke bomb. Gotta get.
Oh, okay.
Shout out to Cliff. Yeah, she was wild. I wouldn't change it
Smoke
for
bomb
the
as
world.
well. Smoke bomb. Smoke bomb. Love you guys.
Peace. Yeah, I wouldn't change it for the world.
Bleak, you still there?
Oh yeah, buddy. Oh yeah.
Tell us about your high school experience, man. Up in Canada, it's a little different up there. I'm assuming colder.
They would throw snowballs at each other. Wow, it's so traumatizing. He like refuses to speak.
Yeah, you ask Bleak about high school and you go silent.
Oh man, I'm so sad, Bleak. Yeah, so we didn't go to school on Halloween. That was a big thing. So one year it was either the 9th or the 10th grade. So I went to school on Halloween. That's when you would go to school on Halloween and you would wear all black. So black jeans, black hoodie, whatever, everything was all black. That was just the thing. So go to school and there was a big fight outside and someone had snatched, because we were a vocational school. So someone took a hammer from carpentry and rocked this kid outside of the on the fucking street.
That's attempted murder.
With a hammer. Yeah, we never saw the dude again. Yeah, just rocked him with a hammer outside.
That's nuts.
But that shit was just like, oh, it's Friday.
It's Friday.
It was
it's
one
time.
Dude, I was walking. This had to be in the 10th grade. So I'm walking from school. So it's me and this other kid walking next to me. I didn't know him. Like his nickname was Pretty Boy, but like we weren't friends. We just knew, hey, that's Pretty Boy. So we're walking to the same bus stop. We're walking to the bus stop and there's like maybe a 6-foot gap between us, but we're not talking, whatever. So then I see behind us, it was like a group of people. So then I turn around, I'm like, all right, whatever, group of people. So then, you know, the signal, they start putting their hoodies on, like pulling their hoods. And I was like, ah, shit, like I'm about to get beat up. And it was like, you had to be like 13 of them. Yo, so they pull up right next to me. I just move a little bit, turn around like to square up. Yo, and they just start putting the beats on the kid next to me on Pretty Boy. And I was just like, I just picked up the speed.
He said if you're under 18, you won't do time, and that's what's wrong with NY.
No, that's not true anymore. That's not true anymore.
Definitely not true.
If you go and you intentionally, maliciously hit someone over the head with a hammer down here, you will go straight to jail.
Yeah. No, yeah, that's not true. That's not true.
They're not going to put you in a cell with a 50-year-old man, but you are being incarcerated.
He was quoting the song by The Offspring, though.
Yeah. No, like back then they had I don't know if it's not open anymore. Like that might be true now, but back then they had Spofford where you would do anything from like 12 to 18 and they would send you to that jail. It was like jail for kids. That's where Mike Tyson went and stuff. And then depending on the crime, they would put you at 16, 17 in like put you in central booking and then they'll ship your ass to Rikers Island where you'll be sweet meat up there.
Sweet meat. Bleeker, tell us about high school in Canada.
Oh,
somehow work the term sweet meat into the description.
You want to get your channel taken down.
There you go. Yeah, baby. I like that.
That's how my high school felt.
I was not a good high school student. I was a terrible child, and I was living on the street at the time, and there's lots of fighting and gangs, and it was fucking.
I can't imagine how Canadian gangs are. They must be like.
Is
it a version of polite?
There's like 2 different skinhead gangs and then one black gang and then another black gang. Like, I don't know. Fuck. I don't know, dude. It was all stupid shit in high school.
Canada gangs have to be like the Black Sheep Comic Club and like the Black Order Comic Club.
Can we talk about that for a second? Like, why are we all wearing patches and fucking...
Well, not to put him on the spot, but Matt Phillison.
Matt's an officer.
I think it was the first time he did it. Like he was talking about one of them yesterday on your stream. Because aren't you?
Matt's a sergeant of arms.
Yeah, well, they just meet up. It was like when Rob's there. We just they all meet up at cons and hang out. And we do like a cover challenge every day, like some kind of hashtag. Like today is like First Appearance Friday.
Do you guys wear a 1% patch?
I don't know. Well, they're going to have these patches though, it's like so you can identify each other like a con or something. But we're not going to be in knife fights or anything like that.
Oh,
Like if you do
I'm
get into
out.
a knife fight, I want some singing. I
You
was a
need a
jet.
whole
I
West
was a
Side
jet.
Story dynamic.
When you're a jet.
Or the Jets.
How does one join such a esteemed
Or you
crew?
just ask one of the guys that's the founders of it.
Would you consider yourself?
There's a website, Matt, because I know this because Matt was just
there is a
dropped the
website?
link and promoted it last night. But I looked at the website. It's just they have their own website for the Thanos Club, the one with the Infinity. Is that the Black Order? Is that the name of it?
Yeah, Black Order Comic.
I'm on the website right now, dog. This shit is
So
lit.
you got it. I'm not
Charity
gonna. I wouldn't cut it with that one. That one has identified itself as a safe space, and I know that's just trouble for me.
Yeah, no, I just want to replicate everything that happened on Sons of Anarchy if I'm going to join a crew.
Do you guys all drive motorcycles?
I think it's a
I
safe
think
space, so
you're
there's no,
you're specifically thinking of the comic book fiend club. They're the ones that wore like the motorcycle vests with all the patches specifically to emulate a motorcycle club.
Bless you. Oh, that's where the leader was got caught. You know.
Did their leader sacrifice himself on a highway? Is that what happened?
They have that one was actually pretty large in scale. They have like chapters, the Southeast chapter, the California chapter kind of thing.
I better
where
watch
they have
it.
like the president of the Southeast chapter. And that one
Sounds like a big organization. I better be careful.
That one dissolved from infighting, and then a few of the guys started the Black Sheep or Black Goat comic book club. That's one that Rob is in, and then a couple of the other guys started the Black Order. It's required that you have black in the name, I think. But it's just like how Matt pointed out. It's where you and buddies coordinate to do like fun little IG posts or
the website is really cool.
And we're going to get into like maybe some charity stuff, and well, it's just starting out now, but like it's not like I think the safe space just meant like we just don't want any drama, there's sometimes a lot of drama.
Yeah.
Do you guys have to put Black Order on all your pages now?
Yeah, and your last post you're supposed to share. Yeah.
Black Order thing.
I know Durs is in it now because he was sharing the
Durs is going hard. Yeah, this is cool. It's funny because I had started seeing it coming up, and then I saw more and more people. I was just like, "Yo, what is this?" I'm glad that Matt is telling us what it is.
I naturally, and I'm going to assume I'm right, despite anything anyone says. I'm going to assume that the Black Order and the Black Sheep are rivals, and I'm going to proceed forward as if y'all are. And I think that the Black Order is winning right now because I see more posts from them, more solidarity.
Try to start a rivalry here. But no, look,
I'm going to start it here because this is not a safe space.
One of our head guys was the Wolf of Wild Books guy. He was on the Only Slabs last weekend.
That's a great name too. I'll say it again.
Yeah, that was a great name.
Wall Books.
And you're a jet. You're a jet all the way from your first cigarette to your last dying day.
In the group with us, and Trev, the shipping guru, and Paul 619. There's some good guys in there.
Y'all need to get big enough to where you forcefully absorb the Black Goat Comic Club or Black Sheep Comic Club. Tell them that they can either accept your offer to buy their club
You have to tell them.
or you will forcefully take it from them.
No, you don't say like that. You say either get down or lay down.
Well, I think you got to get one of their jackets, but I think you got to.
So, I mean, I'm not saying. All right.
It's rough on us having friends in both of these clubs.
How do you choose?
I'm just saying, y'all are putting a lot of strain on us.
Okay. I'm sure Mark really.
How am I supposed to choose between friends? How am I supposed to do it, man?
Is that why Rob left? I'm just kidding.
Oh, snap. You can't occupy the same space at the same time. Yo, the Black Orchid. We should start one, Mark.
No, Rob got to go at 10 o'clock to work.
I'm kidding. I can really say it.
I'm making sure you knew. There's no actual real beef.
The Black Eye Comic Club where we all have to come in beat up.
Can we just not? Can we not be like the '70s Marvel and not name everything black? Like Black Lightning, Black Panther. God damn.
Yeah, that is a good point. Will you ask the gang why they went with black instead of like gold?
No, because it sounds cool.
It's a Thanos thing, I assume.
The gauntlet was gold.
No, but the Black Order, like Thanos's
His crew.
like Ebony Maw.
Okay, so y'all are voluntarily choosing to be named after lackeys that get
I don't think that's the reason, but okay.
No, I just read.
no, not the reason, but I'm saying that's who his little gang of.
I don't know. I guess they just thought it sounded cool.
When you're a Chad, if the spit hits the fan, you got brothers around. You're a family man.
What are you doing? I know TJ, you guys got the Illuminati. Do you have to pay dues to be in that, or?
No, I'm thinking about changing it to the Maniac Cops.
That would be a good one.
We're eventually trying to own the rights to the franchise.
Oh, that's the goal, dude. But I looked into getting the rights to Maniac Cop 2, which is hilarious.
I've been looking into the Lollipop Guild, but I'm not sure if
I
they're.
thought Biggie already did that.
That's why I was seeing if he's gotten.
And I think I'm the only one that actually delivered on the blood with the blood, sweat, and tears. Because of story, I've got 3 vials of blood in my freezer. Not getting into details, it's not important, but it's real blood, and yes, there's 3 of them. So when Biggie was jokingly saying, if you want in, I'm going to need blood, sweat, and tears, I immediately sent him a selfie holding 3 vials of blood. I'm like, am I in?
Yes.
So when you go to a hospital, when you go to a hospital and they want to draw blood for testing, why do they need 3? They do their testing, and then what do they want? You're not keeping my blood. You're not keeping my blood. Oh, we're going to throw it away. We'll throw it away. The trash can's right there. No, we don't throw it away there. I'm like, give me my blood. Give me my blood. I'm taking it home with me.
Because they have to test it. They have to at least have. If the first one tests well, then they should throw it out.
Bro, after they were done with the blood, there was 3 vials, and they weren't throwing it away in the hazardous waste bin right in front of me. I demanded it's coming with me. Bottom line, you're not cloning me.
So you could get. So you could give it to that pale dude from the Comic Book Fiend Club.
You're not going to tell me you need all this blood and then not use it and then expect me to leave it. It's my blood. You're full of shit. I don't trust none of y'all. It's coming with me.
They may be trying to clone you or something.
They're trying to do something nefarious. And you have to be like when you had to be there, but the room it was awkward. Like you're not being straight up with me. I'm taking that blood.
Yeah, I think it's fine. Like obviously you don't want them to clone you, but if they tell me, hey, we're taking 3 vials, and with 2 of those vials, we're gonna recreate the club scene from Blade, I'm all.
Oh yeah. Then invite me. Don't lie to me. Invite me.
Or maybe the hospital's got a bunch of familiars from Blade, and they're giving your blood to vampires.
There you go. There you go. As long as Tracy Lords is there.
Yeah, exactly.
They seem to be trying to do it properly. Why you guys got to be mean to vampires? You know, they're not out here killing people. They're trying to,
they're just trying to get a little.
Just trying to survive, man. They're just trying to get along. God damn it.
We apologize, Drac. When you're a jet, this stupid song is in my head now.
It's fucking gonna be in my head all fucking.
You only have yourself to blame for that.
No, Bleak dropped off. So Justin, what do you got? What you got going on like for your week? Or like what does a day like today? What does a Friday look like for JustinComicx?
Nothing much. A day off. Just gonna do some reading and YouTube, whatever. Nothing too crazy.
What are you? I'm gonna be singing that fucking song at work all day, DJ. Thanks, buddy.
Maybe you get into it like a fight and start dancing. You never know. Maybe that's gonna be the catalyst for all you guys to just start dancing around.
If I do get into a fight, I'm gonna film it and I'm gonna start dancing and singing. You're gonna be proud.
Yeah, those are the best fights, dude. The best fights.
Little tear in my eye.
Justin said, "I'm not answering this question. I'm out." Oh, there you go. Oh, there he goes. What are you planning on reading, Justin? Like, what's first on your docket?
All right, so this is going in some kind of order. Because I read, so I have like a little stack, and I'll read one from each, so like one issue per day.
Okay.
So first issue, I'd never read this before.
What is that? I can't really. Oh, Domino.
Yes.
Gotcha. Oh, I'm yet to read those.
Me
It's
too.
on my. It's in my queue.
This is fun. This is one I've read before.
Clean room. Nice.
This is like my top 5.
Scalped.
Yes.
I got the first 3 volumes, the first 3 precious volumes of Scalped. I need to read it. Oh shit! This Thief of Thieves. Nice.
Try to pronounce that last name. I don't know if you can see it.
Yeah, it's too small. I can't see. Panzerfaust.
There you go.
See, Panzerfaust.
Panzerfaust.
That's a rocket launcher they used to.
That looks nice.
Yeah, Rumble is pretty. It's by John Arcudi. If any of you Hellboy fans know who that is.
What's Hellboy?
Sounds like something I want to get into, though.
Yeah, Rumble's good.
No, Hellboy. I haven't heard of it.
Yeah, it's a cool type. It's a cool name. It has,
Cool name, right?
It sounds like mad potential.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
If only we could get somebody like Mike Mignola to work on it.
I hope not, actually. If we could get Mike Mignola not to work on it and have somebody else, that'd be cool.
I like it, boy.
The Weatherman.
Mike Mignola fucked up my fucking Conan. So, Mike, can you just stay off of Conan, please? That'd be cool. That'd be really great.
Does that Horizon have anything to do with the game? What's up, Dr. Von Hoot?
It is not. It's different. It's not Horizon Zero Dawn.
Gotcha.
ABBH.
This is really good. Everyone has to read this at least once. And watch the movie.
I Kill Giants? I didn't know there was a movie.
There is.
Is Black Spiders part of a gang? He's got black in his name. Wonder.
Good morning, DBH. Good morning, E-Man.
E-Man, what up, what up?
Yeah, hey, buddy.
Dr. Von Hoot and myself were on one yesterday. We were watching, because we're wrestling fans. We're part of like a wrestling chat. It's called the Black Wrestling Chat.
I've never known this now.
So we were watching it. We were watching TNA. So the premiere episode of TNA on AMC, TNA Impact Wrestling. One of the worst viewing experiences I've ever seen in my life, and it was the first episode. And we were I was ready to jump out the window. Like, it was the worst thing I've ever seen.
What? Why?
What was
Why
it?
would
TNA Wrestling. So remember Impact Wrestling from back in the day, TNA?
Yeah.
Sting was there for a little while.
Yeah, so they just got their TV deal. So they were on YouTube for a long time when they lost their TV deal, or maybe they were on another thing. So they were acquired by AMC, or they got a deal with AMC, I should say. So they're on AMC, home of the Walking Dead universe.
You said that like you work for them.
Yeah, I do. They beat that in my head last night watching this shit. And yeah, so it was their premiere episode on AMC, and it was like horrible.
You got to start somewhere.
No, dude, but it's just like, that's your first episode, right? So it's just like, you should throw all the bells and whistles, throw everything, whatever. And then this is what you do. So now I'm definitely not going to watch next week.
Yeah, but maybe they're doing it the opposite way. They're like, listen, we're going to give you shit to begin with. We're going to get better as we go.
Like, if we throw everything at it now, we're going to disappoint them and lose them immediately. We got to
exactly.
They did bring out all the stuff like AJ Styles came back and all that.
Yeah, so he came out to do the opening promo, which like it was cool, but it's just like whatever. And then it was just like the wrestling, the reveals, like the surprises. It was just so bad, man. I was mad watching it. None of you guys are wrestling fans?
I didn't watch it, but I
used to be until I don't know. I just got tired of it.
I usually just watch the big events these
I
days.
literally left with Sting.
What about you, Justin? Are you a wrestling guy?
I am not.
I'm keeping
It
a list.
sounds like DVH is describing WWE.
No, 3 matches in
Three
2 hours.
matches in 2 hours. Only one of those matches had wrestling.
One
in
of the
it.
reasons I quit watching it.
I'll tell you what,
Yeah.
AEW is still wildly entertaining. I'll like watch the highlights and the clips from it. I mean, those are just like it's like a stunt man exposition. It's wild.
WWE's got a problem. They're trying to be a real sport, and
WWE, I watch like the highlights of SmackDown and Raw, like on YouTube, and then like same thing with AEW, but I don't watch it. But I'll watch the pay-per-views because there's actually wrestling in those.
they got shit stories. They got barely any wrestling.
DJ is like big into WWE. How do you feel about the current era it's in right this minute versus previous? Is it on a high? Is it on a low? Is it decent? Where's it at right now?
I think it's on a high, but it's definitely, in my opinion, it's not as.
I mean by like quality. Like 30 years from now, will this era be remembered?
No. Besides the bad Hunter experiment, I think.
No, I think it's good. WWE is good for what it is. I think there's a big focus on the women wrestlers, which is cool because they're like probably at the top. The women could wrestle like their asses off. Like I really appreciate that. I think the issue is like the characters are all watered down versions or like almost reboots of previous characters. So if you look at Dominique is just Eddie Guerrero light. If you look at LA Knight is the Rock Stone Cold light. Like all the characters are like that when you run down the gamut. And that's what's kind of off-putting.
Well, there's like no storyline. It's all like, you can know it's wrestling entertainment. They're very big on this is entertainment. They try to make you like they're doing UFC interviews at the end of these shows, and like it's hard to suspend my belief enough to watch wrestling. Never mind to watch them lie in an interview show. It's like
they're
not good enough actors to be lying in an interview show. I'm just saying they're fucking terrible at it.
Yeah, no, but I mean I love wrestling at the end of the day. I love the athleticism of it. And like it's a TV show, you know.
Yeah, man, I get it. I dig it.
Just like these like some of it is just like so hard to watch. It's like insane. When I went to Raw for John Cena's last Raw in Madison Square Garden. That show was amazing.
How much did you pay for that ticket, bro? God damn.
Tell us the number, DJ. He asked. Tell us the number.
Hi, Justin. No, I mean the tickets they were kind of expensive, but like we went for that, and like that show was because it was Madison Square Garden, it was John Cena's last Raw. The show was packed top to bottom, like it was amazing. And then even when the lights cut off or the cameras stopped rolling, I should say, there was like promos after the fights kept going, so there was like an additional 20 minutes of content after TV taping. So it was really cool.
Justin, do you do wrestling at all?
No.
Not watch it, just like do you do it? Do you wrestle?
Do you wrestle?
I kind of feel like if you do something and you don't watch that something, it's like oh, I play basketball, but I don't watch basketball. That doesn't.
Yeah, it doesn't change.
You mean you don't do like a double leg takedown to one of those delinquents that mouths off?
Just in the hallway at the school with a kid and the sharpshooter.
It's like tap. Yeah, I appreciate the wrestling.
How do you feel or think about the upcoming Street Fighter movie that has a handful of WWE superstars in it? Right?
Looks like it's fucking gonna be awesome. Come on.
I think the movie's gonna be horrible, but it's gonna be intentionally horrible and cheesy. Like it's gonna be intentional.
Absolutely.
I think like if you look at the trailer, it gives Kung Fury vibes.
Oh,
like if you haven't seen
Fury,
that,
right?
yeah. No, it's amazing, but it's gonna be like that. Which either you love Kung Fury or you're looking at Kung Fury like, yo, what? I'm in the camp that I loved it.
Look at Guile's haircut. You know they're leaning into
That's
it.
what I said.
They're leaning into it.
Cody Rhodes, right?
Yeah.
I don't know if it's going to be very good, but it might be fun to watch.
I think it's going to be the movie of the fucking year, buddy.
They're going to make the funnest bad movie they can possibly make.
Yeah.
Well, if they do that, then you know I will enjoy it.
Yeah. Line it up for the cinema.
It's got a bunch of actors in it. Well, sort of actors that are from many different genres, from YouTube, from comedy, from fucking like. There's tons of different actors in this movie, and they're gonna draw a whole bunch of different crowds. I think.
There you go. WWE is homogenized and over encumbered with advertising. Production has never been better. The stars have never been bigger. The show has never been blander. It's odd. The honeymoon is over for Triple H.
Yes, buddy. Exactly.
He said it all right there.
That is one. That's a perfect saying for what's going on.
That's the first time Drew has had a good take in his life.
I miss the old days. We had the Ultimate Warrior, Macho Man Randy Savage, and the Hulkster. You know, the good old days. Stinger, Ric Flair.
Yeah. What you're telling me is we should all just go back and watch the glory days of WCW.
No, but if you go back and watch that stuff, which I get it, like as a youngster, I loved Hulk Hogan was my guy, Ultimate Warrior was my guy. But now with adult eyes, if you go back and watch that stuff, they're terrible in-ring workers.
Bro, I literally do go back and watch it. I rewatch
Macho Man's not
I rewatch WCW on the reg, bro. I'll fall asleep to War Games like on the
One of the greatest matches of all time is Macho Man versus Ricky Steamboat.
The Battle of the Flying Man.
Worker, I will die on that cross. He's a great worker.
But that's because Macho Man was a madman, where he would you would literally have to go through and practice them every single match instead of calling it in the ring. Like he wanted everything like done meticulously.
I love Jake the Snake Roberts too.
Jake the Snake Roberts was my guy. My first wrestling ever was in Madison Square Garden, 1986, I want to say. It was a house show, and the main event was Macho Man, and at the time, adorable Adrian Adonis.
Oh Jesus!
Jake the Snake got that DDP treatment.
Yeah, versus
Diamond Dallas saved his life.
Versus Bruno Sammartino and somebody else. It wasn't
Diamond Dallas Page was just amazing.
Yeah, he's a cool guy.
He was like the second coming of Dustin Rhodes, like the working man's guy kind of thing. That Halloween Havoc with him and Goldberg is absolutely legendary. That trashed my ass. Like it was a great match. Like DDP is so good, he made Goldberg look good, saved Goldberg, and still put him over in the whole thing. Like DDP is amazing.
Did you guys ever watch that TV series with Diamond Dallas Page in it, where he was like played a Batman-like character?
No,
dude, it's fucking terrible, but it's amazing at the same time. I'll have to look it up because I don't remember the name of it. But it came out during COVID, and it's fucking awesome. Like so good.
That DDP yoga with Butterbean too. Have you seen that?
Yeah. Got him on his feet.
He couldn't even stand upright. And then Lex Luger could stand up now. He couldn't even walk.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, what he does with these guys is phenomenal.
I must see this DDP shit.
I have to see this too. DVH.
I'm looking it up. Is it
the Guardians of Justice?
The Guardians of Justice.
Yeah.
Oh, I started watching that on Netflix. When
It's
it first
so
came out,
bad. It's so bad, but it's so good.
Yo, Blake, I'm not even joking. I got like 15 minutes in and I shut it off. Now I'm gonna go.
Oh yeah, dude, it's fucking terrible.
It's
but it's so good. Yeah, man, it's one of the worst things I've ever seen, but I couldn't stop watching it.
Wow. I just bought, speaking of wrestling, I ordered one of those Brody King, Daniel Warren Johnson variants that DVH put in the wrestling chat.
Goldberg is the best.
Hope that it's flippable.
Nah, Drew, don't even rewrite history. Bret Hart headbutted that man's foot.
Dang, y'all are.
It's funny because I've never been a Goldberg fan, even though his first run was super epic. Never been a Goldberg fan like that. To me, Bret Hart is like watching paint dry.
Oh god,
Bret Hart's amazing, dude.
I've always.
But I'm Team Goldberg 10 out of 10 times.
No, I've always.
Bret Hart is such a good wrestler.
I love Bret Hart, but I can't stand him now. It's the now that I don't like. It's
I
then
like him
I
now
love
more than ever. He's like the Rob Liefeld of wrestling.
No, he's the worst.
He just never shuts up, and he's so fucking bitter. Like, how bitter do you want your coffee? I want my coffee.
I get that he's bitter, but is he wrong? Like being bitter is fine.
Some takes, yes, he's 100%.
He's wrong on some takes for sure. He just
Some of his takes. Yeah,
on
some of his
some
takes.
things, like give me one that like y'all think he's like way off on.
The sky is actually blue.
It is. Well, technically, it's just a refraction of color, but
Thank you,
yeah.
Bleak. Thank you,
Damn
Bleak.
it,
So when you
Bleak.
get down to it,
I don't know. I just always found his promo work boring. In ring, he's amazing. Like I
Mhm.
loved him when
like
he was with the Heart Foundation.
A lot of that has got to be timing, right? Because like like he came in at the end of the good boy era, and that's why when he was wrestling overseas, they had him being a heel, and he was completely over as a heel. Like that was the start. The start of the Attitude Era is right there with Bret Hart at WWE when you had Shawn Michaels coming in, and everybody was like in love with the bad boy, you know.
I like the HBK. That's probably one of the best in
Thank you, BVH. It ain't. You ain't gotta liking someone or disliking him don't matter. Like I'm Team Goldberg with that whole thing, but
Goldberg was a monster. He's just a terrible wrestler. But like when I was young, I was like, "Oh, fuck, this guy's fucking."
like 5 minutes.
You don't
my
really know this
whole
shit.
argument with that is like these guys aren't wrestling; they're just entertaining and performing. This isn't like they call this wrestling, but this isn't wrestling. This is in the reality of it. They're in ring stunt coordinators. And Goldberg can get out there in that ring and he can make more people stand up and cheer than the other guys could. He did his job. Whether it was difficult for the guy he's working with or not, he was doing his job.
Better than he could, though.
Yeah, but that sometimes, like once the streak thing was done,
That
like
was it.
you have to add on to your persona. So that's what it was. Like he wasn't adding on, and then when he was adding on, so it's just like, all right, let's do mic work, let's make the matches longer. That exposed.
I agree, Drew.
Yeah, let's take the guy who's been here for 2 years and his gimmick is not saying anything. He comes out and he's just a force of nature, and let's all get surprised when he's not crazy on the mic. No, that was never a gimmick I wanted to see. What are y'all talking about?
Can I get those hand? Can I get those hand gestures again? No,
Yeah, but then you just put him. Then you just put them with Paul Heyman, and they're fine. That's all.
Yeah, like exactly.
I miss the age of the manager. I miss the age of the backstage vignette. I think wrestling misses that. I think.
Hey, how good was Undertaker on the mic?
Undertaker has fucking destroyed his reputation.
Yeah. We had Paul Bearer.
Undertaker should have stayed retired and shut the fuck up, because now we all think he's a fucking idiot that wears fucking Hawaiian shirts and is a cuck to his wife.
Yeah, Fleeker's right. He said it all right there.
Hey, remember how good Kane was on the mic? Y'all remember Kane on the mic and his quick-wittedness and his banter? Y'all remember Kane?
Worked in the ring though, like more than 5 minutes.
He didn't need a mic. He had fucking Paul Bearer.
But that's my point. Like, it's not about how good you are on the mic. What does your gimmick have to do with the mic? Like, Goldberg wasn't a mic gimmick. He's a force of nature gimmick.
I was at the WrestleMania 20 in Madison Square Garden where Goldberg, it was literally their last day. Goldberg versus Brock Lesnar, and they got booed out the building. Like booed. Like you could hear like
the first time those two went up against each other?
No, it was amazing. But if you go back, and because I bought the DVD of it and it was edited, so it's edited down and the boos are lowered. Yo, they were both booed out the build, like from the introductions all the way to the end to Austin's stunned the shit out of both of them. Like it was insane.
Do you remember that time when they took like the
crowd will go crazy?
Remember that time they took like the face of the company, the surfer superstar Stinger, and they re-gimmicked him to a silent assassin for years, and you went even more over. Like you don't even hand him the mic; he's just going to point at you with a baseball bat. That's all it took. So writing room has a lot to do with that kind of stuff, man. If they know that this isn't your strong suit, it's up to the writing room to do their job.
Yeah, but back then when like WC, like a lot of I feel, and correct me if I'm wrong, but everyone was too worried about creative control. Their contracts had all of this. So no one wanted to lose. So it's hard for the writers to write stuff. But when they do hit something like Sting going the Crow route, like that's amazing.
Well, TJ's right, because there's a famous quote they always say about Hogan and NWO. When they would tell it, they ain't gonna pass me. Go, that's not gonna work for me, brother.
Yeah. That's not gonna work for me, brother.
That ain't gonna work for me, brother.
Oh, that's the old Stinger. Yeah, I like that.
Baby.
Yeah, retro baby.
But you gotta Hogan came
How
up in
the
a
hell
different
did you
age of
just have a
wrestling, though.
sting there? Like, that's crazy.
Hey man, Hogan came up in a different age of wrestling. I actually don't blame him for trying to hold on to his spot as long as he did. That's how
Yeah,
it was.
like,
That's how it was, huh?
I can't
That's
believe
what-
these people are trying to stay relevant, paid, and superstars. That's
Yeah.
crazy. That's
Yeah.
crazy. You're trying to keep your job. Why would you do that? That's crazy.
Yeah, right. It's terrible.
Y'all got to admit though, when Stone Cold, when that glass broke and you heard that music, everybody was like going crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, it was awesome. That last glass crash is crazy, and then he goes down the ramp in a fucking 4-wheeler and then hits a fucking pedestrian. It was great.
He slammed into the stairs on accident. I remember when Undertaker went through his American Badass days and he would come down with the chopper and stuff. Like, man.
All wrestling stars right now are like 45 and up. They need to really fucking put some beef into their young talent, I think.
Whoa.
Well, clip that.
Just get Vince McMahon back.
Chill, Bleak, chill.
He'll help it out. Come on.
That's what Vince got in trouble for.
Well, you know. Obviously, it was working.
You can't be doing beefing your young talent anymore. It's looked down upon.
Phrasing.
Yeah, but I love wrestling. The other day there was Raw in it's funny, when Raw was in Brooklyn a couple of weeks ago, maybe 2 weeks ago. January 5th for the Netflix anniversary. Like even the day of, I was just like, yeah, you want to go? And then we all decided like against going. And then I'm so glad I didn't. That shit was horrible.
It sounds like y'all have a lot of WWE like on a regular basis up there.
Yeah, I mean that's why it's considered like when they refer, well, in the insiders when they refer to WWE, they'll talk about New York. So it's just like, are you gonna stay with AEW or are you gonna go to New York because this is the territory? But I think around this time of the year, like November, December, January, there are always events and always house shows. It's always around the holidays. So literally every year on Christmas on the 26th, there's always a house show in Madison Square Garden. Because like back in the day, I would always get my godson tickets and I would take him on the 26th to go see the house show. That little bastard. I want my money back.
Title back with Title Max.
Well, boys, I gotta get going. It's gonna be a long, cold day.
Yeah, it's cold here too, man. I know it must be freezing up there.
Yeah, there's a ton of snow dropped yesterday. They're still shoveling it out. So
who do you have doing your shoveling work for you?
Me, myself, and fucking I.
Nice.
Yeah.
You should get one of your gangs to come help.
You know what? If the Lollipop Guild could just get their shit together, that'd be cool. Like, come on, guys.
Dude, I just found out this year. Mark and I were talking about a couple of weeks ago that it said the Lollipop Guild and not the Lollipop Kids. I always thought it said the Lollipop Kids.
That's fair. I was this many years old when.
Yeah, like I watched Wizard of Oz when Wicked 2 came out, and I was like, yo, what do they mean the Lollipop Guild? I thought it was the Lollipop Kids. Damn CERN changing shit. Am I the only one?
Yeah.
Maybe it is. Maybe you're stuck in. Maybe it's true. Maybe the world did fucking split, and we're in a weird fucking dimension, bro.
That's what it is. I blame it all on.
Is that one of those Mandela effect events?
I think it was like there was a lab experiment, and I can't remember exactly what year it happened, but they say that they were doing that
Large Hadron Collider.
Yeah. And it put the Earth off by a split, like a hair, which separate. I don't know. We're living in a different reality.
You know what's funny? We all watched the finale to Stranger Things, and nobody talked about it. And I laughed when he said it. Y'all recognize when Hopper was doing his little epilogue scene and he was proposing? Yeah, they're about to go get fucked up. They're going to Montauk.
Yeah, but the original show was supposed to be based in Montauk because that actually happened. So the original show, Stranger Things, was called the Montauk Project, and it was supposed to be based in Montauk and be more close to the Montauk.
Is that what the Chat GPT told them? Because that's how they fucking wrote their final episode.
Yeah, I saw where they talked about. That's crazy.
Terrible, bro. Terrible.
Like a bunch of fucking
I haven't even seen season 4, so.
That's ridiculous. That's crazy to me.
That is
Shit out of it.
crazy.
You know, let's use ChatGPT to finish off this bad boy.
That's terrible.
This sounds legit. Do they actually do that? Oh my god!
Yes, they did that.
I'm assuming that was in that documentary.
The
Yeah.
Chat GPT was an interview that they did. I'm not sure if the
Oh.
interview was in the documentary. The I'm sure Chat GPT didn't polish off the final thing, but people are using it for
polish off the thing.
scripting and stuff like that.
Yeah, yeah.
Putting meat in younger talent, polishing off all that.
That's crazy, man.
It's insane, dude. That's insane, bro.
You got to do your fucking. That grinds my gears so much.
Mhm.
And I get that Hollywood tends to write while things are still happening. They don't usually have a solid.
Yeah, they MCU'd the final season, which is crazy.
Yeah, that's so bad, bro. I don't
They
know.
were writing it while they were filming it. Like, bro, y'all had plenty of time to write this.
Hmm.
Years. They had like years.
Yeah,
gotta-
literally years.
They gotta stop reading the internet. Stop listening to
These kids
people
are in their
write their
30s and have
story.
work, and they could have wrote it.
Or stay with me here, Bleak. Actually read the internet. Because there were some great theories. There was some great, like some quality stuff that the internet connected and things that they noticed from the past seasons that I'm sure the Duffer Brothers are too busy living their life than sitting rewatching a season from 10 years ago. You know, there were some great like callbacks that were made, and this
They
could be
They actually did watch the seasons from 10 years ago because they can't remember what the fuck was going on. They're like, oh, fuck, we got to do this. Uh-oh, right. We put that in there. Oh, shit. I got to figure that out.
They could have definitely, it's the same thing with some of the comic book stuff that we like. We as fans, because we sit around and talk about it so much, we eventually come around to some good ideas. We have more bad ones than good ones, I'm sure. If you do a checklist of them, but when they're good. Some of these fan theories.
Yeah. I don't doubt it, man. I know Boston Chris wants to do like a Captain Marvel, more like an invincible kind of character. I think that'd be pretty cool.
That'd be cool.
That'd be dope as fuck.
Who with Annette Bennett?
Yes, I believe so.
That's the MCU Marvel.
No, probably not that one. Probably.
That's Marvel though.
Yeah, no, that's not.
In
Yeah,
the MCU it is, not in Marvel Comics.
In American Beauty, when they were having the moment, and then she was worried about the wine spilling on the sofa. Oh,
Yeah.
I like how much you call back to American Beauty.
hell yeah! I'm about to go lay on a bed of roses naked.
All right, fair enough. On that note, I'm gonna.
That's 11. I'm about to go get ready. The wife's off today, so we're gonna run by the bank, do some banking stuff.
Yeah, hell yeah! Bring
Gentlemen,
me
have
some.
a good one, man. Peace, guys.
Mr. Bleeker, take care, brother.
Take it easy, guys. Is there a show tonight, DJ?
Absolutely, sir. In the
A
mix,
little
9
show
p.m.
called In the Mix.
Yeah, 9 p.m. where we go and shoot the shit, and I'm excited to hang out with my friends. I'm like dying. I hope I feel better by tonight. Might need you guys to carry me this one.
Annette Bening was my favorite MCU hero, and the real Captain Marvel is Annette Bening. Hashtag fuck Shazam, who came first. Got it.
She's a beauty, Annette
Just
Bening.
to put it out there, the DC Captain Marvel would body Marvel. Y'all have a good day.
Peace.